Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. This is over and over and over again. My name is Richard, and this is Matchday Live. It is the biggest match of the season so far. It is the leaders Arsenal away at third place Liverpool. Whoever wins this game will be top at Christmas. If it's a draw, Arsenal will be top at Christmas. It's all coming up the other side of this. So good afternoon, Merry Christmas to everybody out there watching. I hope you're doing well today. We are really looking forward to this game. It is a really, really big opportunity, isn't it, for Arsenal to show that, you know, we can deal with these type of away games. So far this season, we've played two difficult away games, Newcastle and Aston Villa, and we've come up short on both occasions. So today, what we're looking for is we're just looking for a response to both of those two games. And we're going to try and obviously get a result that we need to keep us top of the table. Because just in case you wasn't aware, we are top of the league. And unless we lose this game today, we will stay top over Christmas, which would be nice, won't it? We were top last Christmas as well, of course, as you remember. Now, we've got your team news in. So this is the teams line up there for today. So for Arsenal, not too many surprises. In goal, it is David Raya. The back four, Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko. Alexander Zinchenko does play at left back. That's my only concern. We'll talk about that in a minute. In midfield, captain Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, and Kai Havertz. And the front three, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, and Gabriel Martinelli. So not too many surprises in that team. On the bench then, Aaron Ramsdale, Jacob Kiwior, Cedric Suarez, Jorginho, Mohamed El Neni, Emil Smith-Rowe, Leandro Trossard, Reece Nelson, and Eddie Nketiah. For Liverpool then, they line up like this. In goal, it is, of course, Alisson, as expected. They're back for Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ibrahim Konate, Virgil van Dijk, their captain, and Kostas Tsimikas. In midfield, it is Dominic Soboslai, Wataru Endo, and Curtis Jones. And in their front three, Mo Salah, Cody Gakpo, and Luis Diaz. So that is how the teams line up. What do we make of that lineup? There's no real surprises from Arsenal. We knew the Liverpool injury issues that they had, so we was expecting Andrew Robertson's out, of course, as we know. But what we're making of those teams in is that the Arsenal team to go and get this victory, the first time we would have won at Anfield since 2012 without the use of penalties. Of course, we did beat them in a penalty shootout in the League Cup, didn't we, a couple of years back after a 0-0 draw, but we only drew the game. So that, for me, doesn't count as winning a game at Anfield. 2012 was the last time we won. That was a 2-0 victory. Nathan's with us. How you doing, my friend? He says, hi, Richard, everyone in the chat. Sorry I've not been in the chat for a while. I've been busy working. No worries at all, mate. Glad that you're well and glad that you're with us today. You're going for 2-1 win to Arsenal. Well, that'd be great, wouldn't it? I mean, I did predict on the prediction show the other day. Sorry, I predicted 2-1 as well. But that's more thinking with my heart in my head. If I'm totally honest, I think a draw is the most likely outcome, and I would take a draw. Absolutely, I would take a draw. One, it keeps us top of the table, and two, we've gone away from home and got a positive result at a difficult place for us to go. I mean, historically, Anfield has, in recent years, as we know, has been a terrible, terrible ground for us. We've had some real big beatings here, haven't we? Some 4-0s, 5-1s, all kinds of stuff. I think we've conceded 34 goals in our last 10 league visits. That's like, you know, nearly 4 a game. That's how bad it's been. So, you know, if we can put in a performance today, I know last year we played well for 20 minutes, 25 minutes and got ourselves 2-0 up and then the game slipped away from us. What I want to see today is I want to see us manage, if we get ourselves in front, to manage the game well and get that positive result, whether it's a win, whether it's a draw. But my concern is that if we do lose this game today, that'll be 3 out of 3 this season. When you look at our poor results away at the big teams last season and in previous seasons, it will appear that very little on that aspects of things has changed. It's not really so much a football match tonight. It is, obviously, but it's more, for me, for Arsenal, it's more of a mental test as well, a mentality test. And too often we've come up short when it's come to that side of the game. You know, We know we can play good football. We know we can beat most teams in this league on our day. But when the real pressure's on, when it's a pressure situation, that's when we seem to have difficulties. And that's the one thing tonight that this what this game's about for me. It's not necessarily just about the 90 minutes of football or 95, 98 minutes of football. It's more to do with that mental side of things. Can we deal with the pressure that comes with this game? And during the game, the pressure Liverpool are going to put on us, the crowd and everything else. Let's see. If we come out of this game, I say, with a dealing with all of that, with a positive result, we don't fall apart here as we did last season, although we got a draw, which I just said I'll take a draw, and I would. But in the circumstances of last season's draw, then, we crumbled, didn't we, when the pressure was on last year? And that's one thing that I want to see us not do tonight, is not to crumble at any point in the game, whatever the situation in the score. Let's go out there, let's play our game. Let's not be intimidated. Let's not crumble if the pressure's on. Let's dig in and get the result. And if we do all of those things, then I'm sure we can come out of this game top of the league at Christmas, which is, it's not really important, let's be honest. It doesn't. The season's still got another 5 months to go. And I'd rather be top in May than be top now. But why not? Do you know what I mean? And if we can win this game, then it gives us a 3 more point advantage on Liverpool. And I think that's important because Liverpool are serious challengers this season. Man City are struggling, but they're going to obviously be serious challenges as well. Liverpool are, any points that we can get against those teams in and around us, that's so important, isn't it? That's the main thing for me as well. So, let's not lose this game. Let's get a positive result. Let's stay top of the table for now, and let's take any confidence that we can gain from it going forward into the future games, because I do think a good result today and a good performance today will really, really give us that confidence, especially when it comes to the other big games that we've got away from home coming up in the second half of the season. We've still got to go to the Etihad. After this, we've got to go to Old Trafford. Although Man United are not great at the minute, it's still a difficult ground for us historically in recent years as well. We've got to go to Tottenham. At the derby, that's always difficult. That's been a tough game for us in recent years away from home. So, we've still got some tricky away games to come. And if we can get a result here tonight, that hopefully will give us some confidence going into all of those games in the second half of the season. That's all we want to see, isn't it? We want to see Arsenal competing in these type of games, because I say we haven't done it enough. We haven't won at Anfield in the league since 2012. We haven't won at the Etihad in the league since 2015. We've only won once away at Tottenham since 2014, once away at Man United since 2006. These are poor records, really, really poor records, and we've got to change that. If we're going to be serious contenders year after year for winning big trophies, we've got to start picking up wins at the big games away from home. We've got to do that on a consistent basis. That's what we'll have to do, and we haven't managed to do it up until now. Let's see if tonight changes that. I'm not overly confident. My concern in this game, I did mention it, obviously Zinchenko playing left back, coming up against Mo Salah. Liverpool's strength is coming down their left-hand side, isn't it? We've been caught out on that particular part of the pitch before Anfield quite a few times. And that's going to be, obviously, if you're Jurgen Klopp, what you would do is you'd target that, wouldn't you? You'd say to Mo Salah, what you want to do is you want to get Mo Salah isolated with Zinchenko, don't you? Yes, Martinelli's going to come back and double up. I'm sure he will when Liverpool are attacking. But, that's what you'd want to do, wouldn't you? Because defensively, Zinchenko isn't great. He makes too many mistakes, sometimes too many basic, simple mistakes as well. And we've got to compensate for that today. I'm a bit surprised he's played Zinchenko. Yes, there's not a load of options. Maybe if Tomiyasu had been fit, I think Tomiyasu would definitely have started this game at left back. I don't think there's much question about that. But in the circumstances, the only other option was QER, I suppose, who could have played there, but he maybe lacks experience of the big games. So maybe in the circumstances, it was the only option that we had. But it's a worry, isn't it? It is a worry, because that's where I'm sure Liverpool are going to attack down that side on a regular basis tonight, and we're going to have to deal with it somehow, because Zinchenko's going to need help. 100% he will. Dan's brother said, my friend, he said it could be worse, though. We could support Man U. Well, we could do, yeah. That would be worse, quite frankly, at the moment. And Nathan says Zinchenko really needs to be careful when drifting into midfield. Yeah, that's going to be the problem, isn't it? Because quite often, when he does drift into midfield, which we know he does, there leaves gap behind him. And that's where teams have attacked us before. That's where we've conceded a lot of goals. The goals that we concede, a lot of them do come from that aspect of the play. So yes, we need to sort it out, and Zinchenko needs to improve that defensive side of his game. It's all very well, on the ball, he's a very good player. We know that, and what he can bring going forward. But fundamentally, he's in the team as a left back. And if you can't defend as a left back, then you've got problems, haven't you? I mean, Liverpool have got the same issue with their right back with Trent. I don't think he's the best defensive fullback, is he? But what he gives them going forward, Liverpool maybe look on that as a compensation. I do think what Trent brings going forward is a lot more than what Zinchenko brings going forward. Absolutely, with his quality of his deliveries, the assists that he has, he gets the odd goal or two. So yeah, I mean. But yeah, it is an issue. The teams are coming out, of course, Liverpool in their traditional all-red kit, famous, of course, and Arsenal in Anfield tradition, really. Arsenal are wearing the yellow, well, it's sort of yellow, the luminous yellow one anyway. That's what Arsenal are wearing tonight. We've had some famous victories here in a yellow kit, haven't we, over the years, which is great to see, isn't it? Terry's with us. How you doing, my friend? He says, good evening, Richard, Nathan, all in the chat. Nathan, not sure if working is a good enough excuse. Anyway, well done to you this morning, Richard. I'm going 3-1 us if we show up, otherwise 4-0 to them. Yeah, I know you said it the other day, didn't you? It is one of them sort of games, isn't it? If we crumble, we could get a heavy beating because it's happened before. If we're on our game and we play to the top level, of course, we can win this game. Absolutely, we can. Their defence hasn't been great, really, has it? I know they've got a reasonably good defensive record, but they do concede goals. So they can be got out of our front three. Their front three is a danger. I mean, it's one of the best front threes in the league, isn't it? Absolutely. But let's see. So let's have a look and see anyway. Let's try and be positive while we can, and let's see whether or not we can get the result. So I guess running through the team's going to. So for Liverpool in goal, it is of course Alisson. They're back for Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, and Tomisas. In midfield, it is Szoboszlai, Endo, and Jones, and in their front three, Salah, Gakpo, and Diaz. Good front three, good team. It's a good side, let's be honest, isn't it? There's no question about that. For Arsenal, then, this is how we line up as expected. David Raya in goal, back for White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko, as we've mentioned. In midfield, Ødegaard, Rice, and Havertz. And the front three, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli. Looking at those two teams, you'd say this game's got goals written all over it, hasn't it? Screaming goals, isn't it, really? But no doubt it's going to be a very tight game. So much is at stake. Neither team are going to want to concede 3 points to who are one of their big rivals. There's no question. I think it's a three-way title between us, Liverpool, and Man City. So this makes this such a big game. We just about hold a 1 point advantage on Liverpool coming into the game tonight. And if we can get 4 points clear of them, well, that would be fantastic news, wouldn't it? Absolutely. But it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. We're going to have to play really, really well. We're going to have to make as few mistakes as possible. And we're going to have to cash in on our chances when they come around, because we're not going to have lots and lots and lots of chances here, you don't imagine. When they come along, like last year, we had created 2 great chances in that first half, and we took them. We're going to have to be as clinical tonight, and then obviously not make those silly mistakes that cost us last year, when we crumbled. The team's just in their huddle now. I say Arsenal in this horrible kit, but it is yellow, and if we're going to play at Anfield and win, it has to be in yellow, doesn't it? Because we've done it so many times in history. Of course, this game won't be quite as important and won't have quite an impact on the season as the game did here all those years ago in 1989, of course. But it is going to have a bearing on the rest of the season, definitely. I say, from our perspective, the confidence that we'd get from a victory here in terms of going forward to the tough games that we've got. And I think obviously a victory for Liverpool puts them top of the table, and then we've got the doubts again on whether or not we can handle the pressure, which so far we haven't been able to do. Anyway, Arsenal are going to be kicking off. We are attacking the goal to our right in this first half, which is the Kop end at Anfield. I'm sure you're all aware of the Anfield Stadium at the Kop end. So Arsenal, of course, attacking our favourite end, the Anfield Road, in the second half. Anyway, the ball goes back to David Raya, who's all in blue, goes long up that far side. And it's going to be Konate to clear it away. We're off and underway here at Anfield. This big game, the last game before Christmas, of course, for Arsenal. There's a game in the Premier League tomorrow. But for us, it's our last game, of course, before the Christmas break. Now, Saka on this near side coming forward for Arsenal straight away. Drills the ball across the box. Alisson pushes it out. Comes out to, was it Gabriel Jesus with a shot deflected wide. Big opening there, a minute for Arsenal. Big moment there. Could have been the lead there. That cross from Saka from this near side. Arsenal's right. Was it a cross or was it a shot? I think it's a cross. It is a cross. And Alisson pushed it out. It came to Jesus on the edge of the box. His first time shot's deflected. And it is going to be the first corner of the night to Arsenal. Dad says, keep those Scousers quiet, indeed. We're attacking a cop end in the first half, so that'd be a good opportunity to keep them quiet, wouldn't it? It's going to be Saka with his corner from his near side and in-swinger with his left foot. Let's see if Arsenal can get an early lead here. That'd be something special, wouldn't it? Saka goes into the near post. Header comes in from Jesus again, but it's straight into the arms of goalkeeper Alisson. And Liverpool now trying to come forward for the first time over on that far side. Straight away, they're looking for Salah. Isolated against Zinchenko, but Arsenal picked the ball up. Been a good start this for Arsenal. We need a good start as well. We can't afford to go behind, really. We're coming forward again over on that far side. The ball clipped into the box, but that's a poor ball, actually. And Alisson will keep that in. The Liverpool goalkeeper all in black. That was Jesus again, who's been involved in everything at the moment, hasn't he, for Arsenal? In these opening 1.5 minutes at Anfield, Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. The ball is now back with the Liverpool goalkeeper. One of the best, of course, in the world, isn't he? Alisson Becker for Liverpool, the Brazilian. We need to find a way past him. Terry says Saka's gone for the Ben White look. Yeah, Saka's got the top of his hair sort of dyed. I don't know if it's meant to be blonde. It looks sort of orangey a little bit, doesn't it? But it's a nice fresh cut for Christmas, isn't it, for Bukayo Saka? Looking very cool, as he usually does. And he's had a good start to this game. But Liverpool just trying to slow the pace down a little bit, get a little bit of possession themselves. They've not really had too many touches of the ball yet. And they've given it away. And Arsenal straight away looking to exploit that. Kai Havertz done well. And Kai Havertz has won a free kick. The referee is Chris Kavanagh. Not that it matters who the referee is. It is Chris Kavanagh. Anyway, Sabloskaj it was there. Who's gone down, Hungarian. He committed the foul and now he's holding his arm. Is it like a hand injury or I'm not sure what's happened there? But he's gone down. It was him that committed the foul on. In fact, it wasn't him that committed the foul. It was actually Konate, and then Kai Havertz fell into the Liverpool player. And that's how he's got injured. It looks like his arm or his wrist, but he's okay. He's up and on his feet again. Sabloskaj. He's going to be a free kick, though, to Arsenal on the far side. Martin Odegaard standing over this. He's going to whip this in towards that penalty spot, you would imagine. Arsenal's got a lot of bodies forward. Havertz, Jesus, Gabriel's in there, William Saliba, Saka as well. We've played 3.5 minutes. Can Arsenal get an early lead? The free kick comes in from Martin Odegaard towards the edge of the... It's header in. Oh, it's gone in. It's headed in. It's Gabriel. He doesn't score too many, does he? But he's got a big goal here. Arsenal lead, just 3.5 minutes played at Anfield. It's the start we needed. It's the start we wanted. Liverpool are complaining, but as far as we're aware, the goal stands, so it is. Looked like there was a hint of offside there. It wasn't Gabriel, was it? He headed it in. I don't think he was offside. Or is he? Oh, actually, he might have been. No, he's not. He's not offside. The Liverpool defender there is playing him on. So it's not offside. I don't think it's offside. I think this goal's going to count. I do think it is going to count. And it is 1-0. I mean, they're still checking it on VAR. It doesn't look like offside. They can't give that as offside, surely. The shoulder of, who is it? It's actually Gakpo. Defending there for Liverpool. Nathan says no offside. Great start. It's been a great start by Arsenal. We deserved that lead. And it doesn't look offside, does it? It doesn't look anywhere near offside. Why are they taking this long to check it? It's clearly onside. You don't need 10 minutes to look at that there. You can clearly see it's onside. Yeah, onside. The goal is going to be given. And Arsenal do lead 1-0 at Anfield. Good header that was there. The goalie was in no man's land. A good delivery in. It was about the penalty spot as well. The goal has been given. And Arsenal lead. That's Gabriel. Is that his second goal of the season, possibly? And an important one it could well prove to be. But we did lead 2-0 here last season, didn't we? Let's not forget. What we need to do is we need to keep calm. It's been a really good start. We've been the better team. Liverpool haven't even got in our half yet. We've played 5 minutes. And Arsenal lead 1-0. Gabriel with the header, and Liverpool have got the game back up and underway. It was no offside. I don't know why it took them that long to reach that decision anyway. It doesn't matter. We've got the goal. We've got the lead. Gabriel it is with the goal, and suddenly Arsenal are on the front foot here. Good ball into the box. Gabriel's attacked that. Got above Gakpo there and got his header in. Good header into the bottom corner. It's gone. And Arsenal lead 1-0. And that is a good header as well. Kai Havertz was attacking that ball as well, but it's Gabriel with the final touch. A good header it was. And Arsenal trying to come forward over on that far side, but the ball's gone out for a throw to Liverpool. We've played 6 minutes. Terry says they're VAR well biased towards Arsenal. Yeah, obviously they are, giving a goal that was a perfectly legitimate goal. How dare they do that? I'm sure there'll be words said. Anyway, Liverpool try to respond to that goal. They've gone behind a few times at Anfield this season, and they haven't lost here since February in all competitions. It's been even longer in the Premier League. But trying to come forward again. It's going to be Diaz on this near side, plays the ball back across, comes in from Tsimikas, and Zinchenko clears it away. And this is the first time Liverpool have come forward in this game. Van Dijk picks that loose ball up, and Liverpool now try to come forward. So Boskai then over on this near side. Curtis Jones now plays it back, and Jones again plays it to Van Dijk. And Arsenal forced Liverpool all the way back to goalkeeper Alisson, who was caught in no man's land for that goal, wasn't he? He sort of half came for the free kick, decided not to, and then when the header came in, he was nowhere able to get back across. And Tsimikas has just it's an Arsenal player down actually. It's Bukayo Saka after that challenge there with Tsimikas. The referee didn't give a foul. I haven't really seen it. They both kind of went for the ball. It looks like it's probably an accidental collision there between the Greek. Yeah, he's just put his arm out there and he's just caught him. Yeah, I mean, he knows he's coming to put a challenge in, and he's just trying to hold him off. That's the sort of thing that happens in games all the time. It's not a malicious elbow or anything like that. He's just tried to hold him off, and he wasn't even looking at him. He just knew he was there, and he's just caught him. Just in the throat area. And Saka's fine. It's a drop ball to Liverpool, and suddenly Diaz was almost in, but he's not because he's just slipped over actually. And the ball's now back with David Raya inside the Arsenal 6-yard box. Goes clear over on that far side, but it's going to go behind for a throw to Liverpool, which they take quickly. It goes back to the goalkeeper Alisson. Very, very early, of course, to be leading at Anfield. A long time to hold on, but it's been a really good start from Arsenal. And it's what we want to see. What we want to see now is Arsenal manage this. Oh, a mistake at the back. Almost lets in Kai Havertz. And he just got a flick on the ball there, but he couldn't knock it past Alisson. But it was a mistake there from Curtis Jones. Terry says that's what happens when you die here. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what happens. Yeah. Anyway, the ball's now back with the Liverpool goalkeeper. Almost a mistake at the back for Liverpool there. And half a chance there for Kai Havertz. He did well to reach the ball in the first place. And then he couldn't really do much else with it other than flick it forward, and he couldn't knock it past the goalkeeper. Liverpool now in possession with Konate. The Frenchman plays up this near side. Virgil van Dijk brings it forward for Liverpool on this near side. Curtis Jones then touches it off to Endo into midfield. Diaz now chips the ball to that far side. Mo Salah's not really had much of the ball, but he's got it now. The Egyptian coming forward. He's overrun the ball a little bit, but actually Martinelli didn't really do enough there. He should have won that ball, and he didn't. And Liverpool kept possession, which with Konate again. And now it's back with Van Dijk. Liverpool just trying to settle into this game because they've not really got going yet. Russell's in the chat. And Russell says, come on, boys, indeed. Come on. It is 1-0 to the Arsenal, but Liverpool trying to come forward over on that far side. Gabriel there in a tussle, and I think the ball's gone off the Liverpool player, which was actually Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it has gone behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. We played 10 minutes. It is Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1. Wow, what a start it's been. But it's very early days. I'm not going to get too carried away yet. We remember last season's game here, and we know what happened in the end of that, and Arsenal need to be strong, learn from that, and be stronger in the crucial moments of this game. which are still to come, you do feel. Anyway, Liverpool in possession now in midfield, trying to come forward. It was Endo there. It's a good ball up this near side for Luis Diaz. He's got a little bit of space. Luis Diaz inside the box. He's gone wide, pulls it back, deflected at near post by Gabriel. It is going to be a corner to Liverpool. That was dangerous play then by the Colombian. Got past Ben White a little bit too easily there. Put the ball, tried to pull the ball back. Gabriel was at the near post. William Saliba, at the near post. And it's gone behind for a corner to Liverpool. Their first corner of the game. Tsimikas is going to take it. We've played 11 minutes. Liverpool looking to get an equaliser. The corner comes in. It's headed away by the goal scorer, Gabriel. Well, that was a poor clearance actually by Arsenal. We've not really got the ball away, but Saka manages to hoof it clear only as far as Alexander-Arnold. Is he going to line up across? We know how dangerous deliveries he can be. That's a ball, though. He's overhit that. And it's gone behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. A little bit of a breathing space, just a little bit of pressure there from Liverpool. It was a good header initially by Gabriel, and then I don't know who it was that kicked the ball up in the air rather than kicking it away and put us under a little bit of pressure unnecessarily there. But in the end, Saka did hoof the ball away. And it has now gone behind for a goal kick, which David Raya takes long. Arsenal not taking too many risks so far in terms of trying to play it out from the back. And that's another long ball forward from Liverpool, but it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. In fact, no, it must have been deflected. It's gone out. It makes a throw to Liverpool, is it? 12 minutes on the clock. It is Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1. And it is a throw to Arsenal. Zinchenko is going to take it over on that far side. We have, of course, led at Anfield on a few occasions and still not managed to win during this run of 10 league games without a victory here. We've led 2 or 3 times in that period and not managed to finish the game off. Is today going to be any different? We shall see. Here's another throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Zinchenko it is with it for Arsenal again. He's going to try and go long up the line, is he? And Liverpool trying to find a way back into this game. It was a really, really fast start from Arsenal. We'd threatened a couple of times before the goal. And then we got the goal. And now we're coming forward again. Gabriel Martinelli. He's got Jesus in front of him. He finds Jesus inside the area. Jesus' first time shot just over the top of the crossbar. He did get the second goal for us here last season, didn't he? Gabriel Jesus. Just back from his injury was at that point, wasn't he? It was Martinelli did some good work there. Found Jesus inside the penalty. A good first time shot, but it was too high. And every time Arsenal come forward, we look as though we might score. But Liverpool coming forward now. Tsimikas on this near side. It wasn't a great cross. It's headed behind it. Is that going to be another corner? No, it isn't because it's kept in by Curtis Jones. Plays it back to Endo. The little Japanese midfielder plays into the box. It's flicked on. It's space at the far post for Salah. And it's into the side netting. Some Liverpool fans thought he'd scored. He scored 9 goals against Arsenal in his career. In his career, 8 for Liverpool, 1 for Chelsea. And he had a big chance there. He crossed from Endo, it was flicked on at the near post and then, it's flicked on at the far post. Zinchenko beat it in the air and Salah free there. He's miskicked it into the side net on his left foot. That was a big chance for Liverpool there. Some of the fans in that Anfield Road stand behind the goal thought that had gone in because the net rippled, but it was in the side net. And you can see from behind the goal, he didn't hit that cleanly at all, luckily, because they're the sort of positions where Mo Salah is dangerous. And when the ball fell to him there, I think many of us felt that was going to be the equaliser, but it isn't. It wasn't, and it is still 1-0, but it is a free kick now to Liverpool. It's a very similar position to the free kick Arsenal scored from, just the opposite end of the ground, obviously. On this near side, it's going to be Tsimikas with it. He's going to deliver this ball into the danger area. Again, it's another ball towards a penalty spot. It's an Arsenal head that wins that one, though. I think it was Kai Havertz and then Declan Rice. It's headed back in again by Van Dijk. Arsenal haven't really cleared this away. Martinelli does, though, complete that job. Again, only as far as Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's recycled back into the box. It's a good ball on his chest there by Diaz, and Arsenal again scramble the ball away. And now we're going to look for the counter-attack. But we don't manage to keep the ball, and Liverpool won it back again. Konate still up from that earlier free kick. Plays the ball back. This is a good run, actually, over on that far side. Szoboszlai there finds Mo Salah. He's going to chip the ball into the box, headed away by Gabriel. Comes back to Salah. That's good defending there from Declan Rice. And Declan Rice now tries to take out that far side. Did he run it out of play? He did. It's a throw to Liverpool. Terry says Zinchenko got lucky there. He did, yes. He missed his header and almost Salah was in. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward on this near side with Bukayo Saka. It's very open, this game, isn't it? We've played 15 minutes and it's been pretty much end to end, hasn't it? Arsenal started well. Liverpool had a spell, and now Arsenal coming forward. We've just won the ball back high up the pitch there. Ben White. Martin Odegaard plays it in to Jesus. He tries to turn away. Good tackle there by Tsimikas. And in fact, Gabriel Jesus has committed a foul. It's a free kick to Liverpool. So try to take quickly to put Salah in. Good defending though from Gabriel. Zinchenko was out of position, but luckily Gabriel was there to cover for him. Now Zinchenko's very far forward. Plays the ball into the box. Kai Havertz, Martin Odegaard. This is good from Arsenal. Over on that far side, Gabriel Martinelli. Can he get a cross in? Sablaskai's come across there. And that ball's been run out of play. And that's going to be a goal kick to Liverpool. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1. This game is very much in the balance still, isn't it? We played only 16 minutes. And Arsenal got that early goal, just 3 minutes played. It was when Gabriel headed in Martin Odegaard's free kick. There was a VAR check, which didn't need to take as long as it did. He was clearly onside, Gabriel. The goals rightly stood and Arsenal lead. But Liverpool had a big chance to equalise with Mo Salah. You'd normally expect him to have at least hit the target there, but he didn't hit the side netting. And Arsenal got away with that one. And Liverpool now back in possession. Endo plays it out to that far. Endo there played out to that far side. It's a long ball again. Looking for the run here of Cody Gakpo inside the penalty area. Good defending there though from William Saliba. It was held off the Dutchman. And the ball's run through into the arms of David Raya. Very much established as Arsenal's number one now, isn't he, David Raya? And he's starting to really settle in now as well, isn't he? You can see what he brings to this team. He's not been the most spectacular goalkeeper. He's not flying himself around making spectacular saves as Ramsdale's done. He's just steady and does his job, which is what I kind of like anyway. Martin Odegaard now flicks the ball out to that far side to Kai Havertz. Started this game well, the German. In fact, all the players have started this game well for Arsenal. Martin Odegaard again in midfield. Knocks it off to Declan Rice. Now it's with William Saliba. Plays the ball up this near side. Bukayo Saka. Tsimikas is in quickly and he's helped out actually by Luis Diaz. But Luis Diaz has given the ball away. And Arsenal again have one possession high up the pitch. Pressing well in these early stages. All that's given away though by Gabriel straight to Mo Salah inside the centre circle. Salah's gone past one challenge and he's tried to go past Declan Rice. And Declan Rice has ended up fouling Mo Salah there. And it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool again in quite a dangerous area. Salah did well there, actually. He got past Martin Odegaard and then Declan Rice stepped in. Looked like he'd won the ball the first time, but he did maybe step across Salah. And it is a free kick to Liverpool. Midway inside the Arsenal half. Just slightly over to the right-hand side. Well, it's fairly central, but it's just slightly over to the right-hand side. It looks like it might be Trent Alexander-Arnold with this free kick. And we do know what a great delivery he has on him. This is a moment Arsenal are going to have to be concentrated for here. We're going to have to defend this well. Tsimikas is over that as well. He took the original free kick before. It's gone short. Alexander-Arnold is charged down, but it only finds Mo Salah. Liverpool are claiming some sort of infringement there inside the penalty area, but the referee says no. And now Gabriel Jesus on the counter-attack over on that far side. And Tsimikas is in well, but Jesus has got past him. He's got past another challenge as well. He kept the ball well. Martin Odegaard now, the yellow wall of counter-attacking players, is still well far forward here for Arsenal, but we haven't managed to create an opportunity here. Ben White finds Saka a little bit of space on this near side. Bukayo Saka goes past Diaz, cuts infield. This is good play from Saka. He tries to get a shot in, but it's headed away by Virgil van Dijk, and Liverpool a little bit stretched at the minute. Saka again in possession, threads it into Ben White, pulls it back to Martin Odegaard on the end. Yeah, this is good football for Arsenal, but Odegaard's dragged this shot wide, and it's going to be a goal kick to Liverpool. That was really, really good play though from Arsenal there, and it was really good stuff there. Oh, it was a handball actually. Martin Odegaard inside the penalty area as Mo Salah took the ball away. Oh, that's hit his arm, you know. I don't know if VAR are going to check this. I don't know if VAR are checking it. It's clearly hit his hand. And he's inside the box. Oh, I don't know if VAR are checking it or not. That was the previous phase of play. And then we got a counter-attack and we nearly scored from it. It was a lovely bit of football from Arsenal, actually. Nathan says, what a goal that would have been. It would have been a fantastic goal, but Martin Odegaard's dragged his shot wide. Now Liverpool coming forward. Mo Salah dinks it into the area. Header comes in. In fact, it's really good defending. Was that Declan Rice again? Getting back there to head that away. It looked as though Gakpo was going to be in with a header, but Declan Rice was there. And this game is so open, it's ridiculous. It's like one of them classic old, do you remember that 4-4 game? It's a bit like that, isn't it? It's just wide open here. You look like there's going to be goals. Cross comes into the box again from Szoboszlai. They tried to chip David Raya, but it's too close to the Arsenal goalkeeper. And I just think we all need to take a little bit of a breather, don't we? Because it's been a crazy start to this game. I'm not sure if I checked that handball there, because Salah flicked the ball. And yes, it was an accidental handball. He sort of fell over and his arm was next to him. That's maybe why it's not been given, but it definitely struck his arm. And, it's one of them where you've seen them given, shall we say. But that one wasn't, thankfully. And, of course, Liverpool did miss a penalty in this game last season. It was Mo Salah, wasn't it? Put it wide, if you remember, in that second half when it was 2-1. It looked as though that was going to be a big moment, but it turned out not to really be that case in the anyway. Salah's got the ball again over on that far side. He did, of course, score in that game last season, as he does tend to, especially at Anfield against us. But 21 and a half minutes played, and just that one chance he's had, which he should have done better with. There's no question. We got lucky there when he fired it into the side net, and he's coming forward again, though. Salah on that far side. Zinchenko's across. Salah tried to flick the ball past him, but Zinchenko read that, and he manages to keep the ball in. Zinchenko's done well, actually, there. Defensively, that we've criticised him for his defending before, but he certainly did well there. And now Martinelli can bring the ball forward over on that far side, gets past Endo. This is not an opportunity for Arsenal. Well, that's a good tackle, by Konate, but Arsenal kept the ball. Saka, can he put Martinelli in? Oh, he didn't. He just took a little bit too long there. He's gone back instead to Martin Odegaard. And now Declan Rice striding forward for Arsenal, touches it off to Ben White. Now it's back with Martin Odegaard. Arsenal play some good football in possession, and we're defending reasonably well so far as well. Jesus now, though, for Arsenal over on that far side, touches the ball off to Zinchenko. Now it's with Declan Rice. He's into Martin Odegaard, gets it back. Declan Rice. A couple of great defensive headers by Declan in these opening 22 minutes. Been pretty important as well. They've been Arsenal back in possession. Ben White now on this near side plays up to Bukayo Saka. Surely he's fouled there by Tsimikas, and it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal midway through this first half. It's been a very good first opening 23 minutes for Arsenal. We've got the lead. We've had another opportunity, and we've had to defend well at times in this game so far. Obviously, you'd expect at Anfield, but so far so good. And as Nathan says there, playing some lovely football. Yeah, no, we are in possession. We've been really good, really good. And we've got another set piece here, opposite side to where the goal came from, but a very similar distance away and a very similar angle. Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard over this one. Rice plays up this near side to Saka. We don't put it in the box this time. Saka might do now if he gets a chance for a cross. He does. Goes towards the far post, headed out by Van Dijk. It's going to fall to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who goes long up that far side. It's Luis Diaz over there this time, battling away there with William Saliba. He's done well, actually, Diaz, and he's won the throw off the Frenchman for Arsenal, and it is a throw to Liverpool. He did well there. Showed a bit of strength, Luis Diaz, to hold off William Saliba. Not too many players can do that very easily. He's a big lad, isn't he, William Saliba? Terry says, Richard, what time are you on? Bloody internet went off. We're on 24 minutes, just over 24 minutes and 12 seconds is what we're on. Anyway, it is now Van Dijk coming forward for Liverpool and halfway. Just plays it back infield to Endo. Gets it back, Van Dijk. He's got Curtis Jones on his near side. He finds him. And now he's going to find Tsimikas. Plays it forward up the line. Good defending, though, from Saka. It is going to be a throw, though, to Liverpool, which Tsimikas is going to take. And he throws it back to Virgil van Dijk, the Liverpool captain. Now it's with Konate, the French defender for Liverpool, plays it forward to Curtis Jones. This is good from Liverpool. Good defending, though, from Saliba, but Curtis Jones has picked the ball up. And Arsenal get a little bit of a muddle on the edge of their box there, but the ball's going to run through to David Raya, who clears it away long into the Liverpool half. But Ibrahim Konate is underneath that. But that's not a great ball, actually. And Declan Rice picks it up Dinks the ball out to that far side. What a great ball it is for Martinelli. No one's making the box. Saka was the only one there, and he was too far away. But Arsenal kept possession. Declan Rice plays it through again towards Martinelli. That's a good tackle on in there by Solobsky, and he's going to clear this away, the Hungarian. But that's a poor clearance as well. Declan Rice has picked it up. Arsenal piling the pressure on here. Martin Odegaard plays it into the area to Gabriel Martinelli, who may well have been offside. In fact, he was offside. And it is going to be a free kick to Liverpool. 25 and a half minutes played. They're just showing that handball again. Oh, it was a handball. Wow. When you look at that replay from that side there, it's almost like he's put his hand towards the ball. We've definitely got away with one there. You know, we've complained about VAR on a few occasions this season, and rightly so. But, wow, that was a handball. If VAR have checked that and they've decided that's not a penalty, then, well, I don't really know what is a penalty, because if that had been the other end, we'd have been screaming for that, wouldn't we? We've got away with that, but never mind. Anyway, Liverpool are now coming forward, looking to try to get in behind the Arsenal defence. It's Curtis Jones tries a shot from distance. It's deflected, though, by William Saliba, I think it was. And now Arsenal can come forward with Bukayo Saka. Oh, but he's lost the ball. And it's kept in there by Luis Diaz on this near side. Luis Diaz has done well for Liverpool, and it is Endo. It was him that won the tackle there on Saka. Good play there in midfield, and Liverpool now looking to try to get the pressure put on Arsenal again. Salah over on that far side has been quiet so far, but cross comes in from the far side. Martin Odegaard heads that one away, and now Martinelli has got a run on over on that far side, but that's a good tackle there from Kanate. Terry says, good save by Odegaard. It was actually. And when you see the replay, I mean, at first I just thought he had sort of slipped down, fell down, and it's just hit his arm. But when you look at the replay, he's actually moved his arm towards the ball and deflected it away. And that is a penalty all day long, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. So we can't be complaining about VAR in this game, can we? That's for certain. You know, the offside, well, it wasn't offside. The goal was checked for offside. He wasn't offside. So VAR have done us a favour twice in this first half. And as a result of that, we lead 1-0. And we probably deserve to lead 1-0 as well, actually, to be fair. We've been the better team. We've played some great football. Liverpool had one or two nearly moments, the Mo Salah one being the biggest one. Anyway, also coming forward again with Declan Rice, plays out to that far side. Gabriel Martinelli on the Arsenal left. Now it's with Gabriel, the goal scorer. Gabriel, it was with his header to give Arsenal that very early lead. Just 3 minutes on the clock when Gabriel headed in Martin Odegaard's free kick. And Arsenal now just pinging the ball around comfortably here. That's a ball over the top from Martin Odegaard. Not a great ball, though. Easily cut out by Endo again, I think it was. Or was that Curtis Jones? Anyway, Liverpool now in possession with Virgil van Dijk. He's got a little bit of time here, just exchanges passes there with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's pings a long ball up that far side. It's a good ball. It's in behind Zinchenko. It finds Mo Salah. This was always the danger for Liverpool. Salah's inside. Salah scores, and that was always the danger. Zinchenko not where he needed to be. Really poor defensive play there from him, and we was expecting this before the game. Salah's got the ball in space far too easily, cut inside far too easily, and has drilled it in. And Liverpool are level, and you have to say that it wasn't so much the goal was coming in this game, but a goal like that was always on the cards, wasn't it? It was Trent Alexander-Arnold's ball into that space there behind Zinchenko there, couldn't get there. Salah went past him. Look, he went past him like he's not even there. It's not even a challenge. And it is a good finish you have to say, by Salah, but you know what Salah's going to do in those situations. I mean, what is Zinchenko doing here? That's not even a challenge. He's not even yes, he's inside the box, but you've got to get yourself in the way of that. And if you don't, you're going to pay. And I mean, look, he's just like weakly put his foot out. I mean, that is terrible, terrible, terrible defending. That guy is such a liability. And if we don't end up winning the league this season, he's going to be one of the main reasons why. Why on earth have we got rid of Kieran Tierney, who's a proper defender? These are the sort of games where Kieran Tierney thrives in. And we've got Zinchenko, who literally is the worst defender I've ever seen in my entire life. Nathan says they're so poor by Zinchenko. It was awful. What's he even done there? You know what I mean? Yes, it's inside the penalty area. You've got to be careful, but you can still be physical with him. Do you know what I mean? Just let him walk past you. Jesus Christ, that's like schoolboy stuff. You know, you wouldn't see. You'd be disappointed if you saw a goal conceded like that on a Sunday morning. let alone in a top Premier League game by a so-called top Premier League player. He's just awful, honestly. He's our worst player. He's our weak link by an absolute country mile. And it's a situation that we've got to sort out. Why on earth is Kieran Tierney been sent out on loan? Yes, it's unfortunate Tommy Asu's injured because I'm sure he would have played and I'm sure he would have defended that better. But that's not an excuse, is it? Kieran Tierney, we should have kept him, and we should have been playing him more often. Anyway, Liverpool now have got their tails up, and Zinchenko defends that header well, but now there's a space behind him because he wasn't in his right position again, and again Salah's in behind. And Salah's coming forward again, and Gabriel this time is a bit more physical with him, but the ball falls to Trent. It's a cross into the box, headed away well there. Was that Declan Rice again? He's been brilliant, hasn't he, defensively for Arsenal? But again, we can't really clear the ball away. Diaz lofts it forward. Liverpool piling on the pressure now. We've played 31 minutes. And Arsenal now hanging on a little bit here. It is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. It's been an exciting game, and Arsenal have been really good. But that was a terrible, terrible goal to concede. It was awful. And unfortunately, that has happened a little bit too often this season at times, hasn't it? So that's something we've got to look at. Anyway, Liverpool in possession again with Virgil van Dijk on halfway. Finds Konate inside the centre circle. Ibrahim Konate did a good tackle a few moments ago, didn't he? It was on Gabriel Martinelli, wasn't it? Stop an Arsenal counter-attack. And then it was after that Liverpool scored. Anyway, Virgil van Dijk now again in possession, not really put under any pressure, so he just pops it off to Trent Alexander-Arnold again. It was his assist for the goal, the ball over the top, and again Salah's gone past. That was Martinelli that time, but Martinelli's recovered, and now Zinchenko plays the ball back to goalkeeper David Raya, who kicks it long in towards the middle of the pitch. Van Dijk strong there, holds off Gabriel Jesus. But Arsenal do win the ball there with Declan Rice. Oh, and a little bit short there, but David Raya has come out and managed to clear that away. And Martin Odegaard takes a risk on the edge of his area, gets away with it actually, and finds Ben White, plays it up the line towards Saka. And Saka has fouled Tsimikas there, or he would have been through. It was a coming together there, and Tsimikas has gone down right into the Liverpool technical area. Following that challenge there from Bukayo Saka. He did push him there. I mean, it's definitely a foul. And he actually knocked Klopp over as well, which was quite interesting, wasn't it? Saka has pushed Tsimikas there, and he's gone into Klopp. And Klopp's gone down. And Klopp had a look at Saka there as if to say, what are you doing? Anyway, Klopp's okay. And I'm sure Tsimikas is going to be okay as well. He's just getting some treatment at the moment, just in that technical area. And there's a few people on the Arsenal technical team are on the pitch. I'm not quite sure why they're not in their own technical area. But anyway, Klopp was tackled there by Tsimikas. And it was quite funny to see him get taken out by his own player. And the little look, he looked up and the look he gave Saka there was hilarious. Anyway, it looks like it might be a shoulder type injury here for Tsimikas. We've seen a few, haven't we, shoulder injuries in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Nick Pope at Newcastle, there was one the other night as well. Can't remember which player that was. And anyway, he's going to have to go off at Tsimikas, and it's going to be Joe Gomez to replace him. So an early changes for Liverpool, which I'm sure they wouldn't have been wanting. They've already got issues at left back. So it's going to be Joe Gomez, predominantly a right back. He gets an embrace there from Klopp before he goes on. To me, he's not a great defender either. And this could be an opportunity for us with Saka on this side, unless they swap him with Trent, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, here's Joe Gomez coming on for Kostas Tsimikas, who looks like he's got a shoulder injury there. And it's going to be restarted. It's going to be a free kick to Liverpool over on that near side, which it looks like Joe Gomez is going to take. It's going to be his first involvement. He does take that free kick. And it does look like he is going to play left back, certainly at the moment. Terry says, Klopp with a Fosby flop. It was a little bit, wasn't it? It was hilarious. That's been the highlight, almost the highlight of the game. Obviously, Gabriel's goal, but seeing Klopp there get taken out by his own player was actually quite funny. Anyway, Martinelli now coming forward, and Arsenal got issues in the left back position. Now Liverpool have as well, with Joe Gomez playing there. I say he's predominantly a right back, isn't he? So Is this going to be an area Arsenal can exploit with Bukayo Saka? In fact, there's a foul on Zinchenko there. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. And Mikel Arteta is chatting there to Albert Schweinbeck. Not quite sure what they're discussing. We've got 10 minutes to play in this first half anyway. There'll be some stoppage time now, of course, for that injury. But Arsenal got a free kick, very, very similar position to the one that we scored from. And again, it's going to be Martin Odegaard with it. And another ball into that dangerous area could put Arsenal back in front potentially here. And it's the same people in there. Saliba, Gabriel, Kai Havertz, Saka as well hanging about on the edge of the area. This is going to go towards a penalty spot. Again, you feel, can Gabriel get on the end of this one as well? Oh, no, he can't because it wasn't such a good delivery that time. But Martinelli is going to retrieve the ball on this near side. Finds Bukayo Saka. And that was good defending actually from Luis Diaz. And in fact, is it a goal kick to Liverpool? That was really good defending from Luis Diaz if it was. But I think it might well be a corner to Arsenal. And it is a corner to Arsenal in front of the Kop end at Anfield. And it's going to be taken by Bukayo Saka over on this near side. So it's going to be an in-swinger with his left foot. Can Arsenal regain the lead before half-time? Bukayo Saka with this corner. We've scored a few goals from corners this season. Are we going to get another one here? Saka plays it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box and Liverpool just about clear it away. Jesus picks the ball up. It's back with Saka again. He whips it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, but Alisson's there under no real pressure. And Alisson actually goes long again looking for Salah over on that far side, but that was good defending there. I think it was Gabriel that came across and put that out for a throw to Liverpool. Rajendra says, hi, just back from a family dinner. Oh, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. It's been a good game, actually. I don't know if you've been watching it as well as having your family dinner. But anyway, it's certainly been a good game. And Arsenal certainly played well. But we conceded a very poor goal. Well taken by Mo Salah, but very, very badly defended by Arsenal. Well, by Zinchenko in particular. And none of us are surprised, are we, by that? Anyway, the boys now back with Alisson. And Liverpool trying to come forward now. And that's a foul. Is it inside the centre circle there? Saka, it was on Curtis Jones. And Saka gets the first yellow card of the afternoon. Or was it Martin Odegaard got the yellow card there? Was it not Saka that fouled him? Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, it was definitely Saka that fouled him. So I'm sure it's Saka that's got the yellow card. Terry says, that's a worse excuse than Nathan's. No, I think family dinners at Christmas, mate. I think that's acceptable, isn't it? Let's be honest. I think a family dinner at Christmas is acceptable. But not when Arsenal are playing, obviously. So, no, maybe you're right, actually. I think family dinners generally are okay at Christmas. But, yeah, you just have to rearrange them, don't you? So not when the game's on. That's what I say. Anyway, that's fine. We're glad you're here now. Anyway, it was a good dinner. Obviously not long till Christmas now, is it? Christmas Eve tomorrow, of course. And will Arsenal be top? Of course, this result as it stands would keep Arsenal top of the table at Christmas, wouldn't it? A point above Aston Villa and still those 2 points above Liverpool. Oh, that's a little bit of a short back pass there, but David Raya does well and then pops the ball off to Declan Rice, who's done such a great job there sitting in front of the back four. Regeneration says, just came, saw the score 1-1. Yeah, it is 1-1, but Arsenal coming forward again. Arsenal led after just 3 minutes, Gabriel's header, but Mo Salah's equalised since then, and now Arsenal trying to come forward, and it's into the box. Saka tries a volley there. The ball's gone more up in the air under pressure from Van Dijk. Come out to Ben White and try to thread the ball through to Saka, but that's going to roll through to goalkeeper Alisson, and Ben White's gone down after that challenge on him. But we play on. And Arsenal have got a player short at the moment because Ben White's out of position. And Mo Salah again is going to have another go at Zinchenko inside the box. Plays it in. Oh, it was looking for Gakpo there. The wrong choice from Mo Salah. And he should have looked so he was going to have a shot. He scored one just before. I was surprised he never shot then. He just tried to thread it through to Gakpo. He overhit the pass. And David Raya was there. But that was another dangerous moment for Arsenal defensively. Whenever Salah is running at Zinchenko, your heart's in your mouth, isn't it? And he got past him again, and he just tried to thread the ball through there. Strange decision, really, that was. And was that a foul just before there on Ben White by Luis Diaz? The referee said no. And anyway, Arsenal now in possession with Ben White. Finds Martin Odegaard. Pings it into Declan Rice, who's been impeccable once again in front of that defence. That's a good ball forward there from Zinchenko. It was well cut out actually by Alexander-Arnold. And he can now bring the ball forward. Another ball through. That's a good ball as well to Cody Gakpo. And in fact, the flag's gone up. He did look as though he may well have been offside, but the referee lets play go on because Arsenal won the ball back anyway. And they just showed there's a good touch actually there from Cody Gakpo. Anyway, Arsenal win again. Gabriel Jesus. Saka, sorry. It falls to Martinelli on the edge of the box. Alisson's out. And Martinelli's put it wide. Oh, that was a big chance for Arsenal to regain the lead. Initially, it was Saka that got in. The goalkeeper, Alisson, was out. And the ball fell to, was it Jesus on that far side? It was a good ball played through to Saka, one-on-one with a keeper, but it was good defending from Joe Gomez. The ball came back out to Martinelli, and then he put it wide. There was two defenders on the line, to be fair, but he should really hit the target. There's good goalkeeping by Alisson initially, and then Martinelli it was, who's fired that wide. That was a big chance there for Arsenal to go in front before half-time. It's now thrown to us over on that far side. It was Martin Odegaard's ball through to Saka initially. Saka got past Gomez, who didn't make it easy for him. And then the goalkeeper came out, Alisson. And then Martinelli's put that wide. Terry says they're all nearly indeed. Yeah, that was a big chance, wasn't it? It was a difficult chance because the goalkeeper was in front of him and he had two defenders on the line. He's got to get it on target, though, surely. Really, that needs to be on target, doesn't it? And he's put it wide and Liverpool survived, and now Arsenal coming forward. Ben White plays the ball to Saka up this near side. Gomez does well again, and Liverpool pick up possession with Endo back to Van Dijk, and now it's back with the goalkeeper. Alisson again. He did well there, actually, the Liverpool goalkeeper. One-on-one with Bukayo Saka came out, and again that ball's played over to that far side looking for Mo Salah. He can't quite get that one under control. But that's another goal for Salah. It's his 10th goal against Arsenal in his career. And another one at Anfield for him as well. Every season he seems to score in this fixture, doesn't he? I can't remember the last time he didn't score against us. It seems to be every single year, doesn't it? Anyway, he's got the equaliser for Liverpool today or tonight. But Arsenal finishing the half strongly, coming forward again. Gabriel Jesus. And Konate there fouls the Brazilian. He takes a free kick quickly. He's going to find Saka on this near side. Touches it back to Ben White. And Arsenal now looking to come forward again. That's pinged out to that far side. Kai Havertz heads the ball down, but it's only to a Liverpool player, Curtis Jones. It was again. That's another long ball forward from Trent Alexander-Arnold looking for Gakpo, but William Saliba's there. All but Arsenal giving the ball away, and Gakpo's won it back. And he's put under pressure there from Martin Odegaard, who wins the ball back for Arsenal. And then just keep possession with Declan Rice. This is good from Arsenal. We played well in possession of the ball, and that's a good ball out that far side. Martinelli should get there ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold. He does. Gabriel Martinelli can also get a goal here just before half-time. Martinelli has held up twice. That's really strong defending there from Konate. Just in the end, just basically pushed him off the ball and said, I'm having that. And he did. And it's a free kick now to Liverpool as well. A little bit of a late challenge there on Alexander-Arnold. Was it from Zinchenko potentially? But that was really strong defending there from Ibrahim Konate. Really strong defending. Just as it looked as though Martinelli was going to cause some problems, but Konate just wanted that ball more. And he had the strength and the power to win it back. Anyway, Liverpool now trying to play it out from the back. It's with Curtis Jones just inside the penalty area. And he finds Virgil van Dijk on this near side. We're into the last 30 seconds of normal time at the end of this first half. There will be a chunk of stoppage time. Joe Gomez now coming forward for Liverpool just inside the penalty. Joe Gomez. Again, why didn't he shoot? It seemed to open up there for him. He didn't look that confident maybe on his left foot. But anyway, Liverpool picked the ball up again with Endo. Finds Curtis Jones on this near side. Liverpool are having a good spell. And there's a free kick there. Martin Odegaard with it there. A foul on Curtis Jones. It's going to be a free kick to Liverpool just outside at the Arsenal penalty area. And Joe Gomez, if he had his time again, I'm sure he would shoot there, wouldn't he? Because it opened up for him there. And I might know the guys complain there, but you leave your leg in like that, and it's going to be a foul, isn't it? It's going to be it wasn't much contact, but you can't just leave your leg dangling in there and expect it not to be a foul. Anyway, Liverpool got a free kick now, which is just sort of about 10, 15, 12 yards outside the Arsenal penalty area on this near side. Trent's come across with that right foot of his. He's going to whip this in. There's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time, by the way, which we've just come into now. Well, we've played 30 seconds of it. So there's still a little bit of time left at the end of this first half. It's Liverpool looking dangerous now with this free kick. It is about 10 yards outside the Arsenal penalty area on this near side. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays it to the far post, but David Raya there plucks it out of the air. And that was really good goalkeeping again from David Raya, who's had a solid game tonight. You have to say, couldn't do nothing about the goal at all. It was a good finish, although terrible defending in front of him, which didn't really help, did it? Anyway, it is a throw to Liverpool on that far side. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1 as we come down towards the end of this first half. It's been a really good performances from Arsenal, but so far it's only bringing us a share of the spoils, but that's enough to keep us on top of the table, isn't it? Anyway, Trent Alexander-Arnold again tries to play that ball out to that far side. That time it was Gakpo after it, but David Raya's out again, picks that ball up and now plays it to Declan Rice, who's bringing it forward for Arsenal. We've played a minute and a half at a 4 of stoppage time. Ball looking for Bukayo Saka up this near side, but Liverpool deal with that. They can come forward again with Curtis Jones, who's done well here. Curtis Jones, he's got Declan Rice ahead of him, and then Ben White jumps in there with a tackle. It's going to be a throw to Liverpool on this near side. Joe Gomez, a substitute, takes it, finds Endo. Wataru Endo finds Virgil van Dijk. He gets it back again. The little Japanese midfield player plays it forward. And now Liverpool looking to finish this half on top. There is 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining at the end of this first half. It's been a eventful first half, hasn't it? There's been some good football played by Arsenal. Liverpool have had their moments as well. And it's 1-1. And maybe overall that's probably about right. Arsenal played good here. They played well. We played some good football. But Liverpool also have had some chances. So maybe 1-1 at half-time would be the right result. But it's still time for somebody to get a goal and go in at the break in front. And that's going to be Arsenal coming forward here. Martinelli's just tugged back there. Surely that's going to be a yellow card. It's an obvious yellow card there for Endo just to stop that counter-attack. That's the sort of yellow card that's worth taking for your team sometimes, isn't it? And that's what he did there. Wataru Endo there. That's his 4th yellow card of the season. And it is a free kick to Arsenal. We're coming up to the last minute of this first half stoppage time. Again, it's Martin Ødegaard with his free kick. Again, it's in a similar position to that one that we scored from. The second one that we had didn't really come off too well, did it? Is this going to be better? Another good delivery here, and we could get the goal before half-time. It's not a great delivery. It doesn't even beat the first man. It's headed out. Only as far as Ben White, though. Now Declan Rice can recycle the ball. Plays out to that far side to Gabriel Martinelli. Trent Alexander-Arnold goes across. Martinelli's run the ball out of play. And that may well be that for the first half. It's a throw to Liverpool over on the far side. It wasn't from there, ref. But anyway, Liverpool have taken it. And now Endo is bringing the ball forward. And he shrugged off it there. In fact, unfairly, says the referee. Kai Havertz is now going to get a yellow card. I just thought he was a bit too strong for him there. He just wanted that more, didn't he, Kai Havertz? Didn't really think that was a yellow card offence there. He just wanted that ball more. Oh, he has got his arm across him, maybe. Okay, it was a foul. Was it worthy of a yellow card? Not sure. A bit soft. It's his 5th yellow card, Kai Havertz, so he'll miss the game against West Ham on Thursday now. Bit of a soft yellow card, that, wasn't it? It was a foul. Yeah, he's put his arm across him. But anyway, it's a free kick now to Liverpool, very central, midway inside Arsenal. So this will be the last chance of this first half, you'd imagine, is Trent Alexander-Arnold over this with Szoboszlai. And this is Arsenal going to have to defend this to go in at half-time. In level terms, it's Szoboszlai with a free kick. It hits Gabriel Jesus, the first man. In fact, there goes a half-time whistle. That is it for this first half. It is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. Nathan says, how's that a yellow? Well, it's not, I don't think. That's a really harsh yellow, and he misses the next game as well, which could be crucial because he's been so important for us in the last few games. But it is half-time. It is 1-1. Arsenal started this game like an absolute rocket. We led 1-0 after just 3 minutes. It was a free kick over on the far side, Arsenal's left. Martin Odegaard whipped it in, and Gabriel arrived in that dangerous position just between the penalty area and the penalty spot, got his header in. The goalie was caught in no man's land, really, Alisson, and the header went in the bottom corner. There was a VAR check for offside, which didn't need to take as long as it did because it was clearly onside. The goal was given, and Arsenal looked good for 10, 15 minutes, and we were on top. But Liverpool had a big chance to equalise with Mo Salah, fired into the side netting. Zinchenko had lost a header, and he had a bit of space on the far side, Salah. But it was Salah who got the equaliser. Inevitably, it was Alexander-Arnold's ball in behind Zinchenko, and then the pathetic effort by Zinchenko to put a challenge in on Salah was ridiculous. And Salah got space in the box and fired home, as he does. You give him that much space and time, he's going to punish you, and he did. Liverpool have had one or two other dangerous moments since then. They've exploited that space in behind Zinchenko. We need to look out for that in the second half. Arsenal had some good moments as well. One or two good counter attacks. We could have maybe got something at the end of it. The biggest chance in the end there fell to Martinelli. It was Saka, went through one-on-one with a keeper, Alisson. Alisson did well, actually. The ball came back out to Martinelli, but he fired wide when, again, he should have maybe hit the target. So we've had our opportunities here. But at half-time, it is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. And I think that's a reasonably fair result, fair scoreline in the way that the game has gone. Both teams have had moments. Both teams have had chances. There's been 3 yellow cards. And it's been exciting. Let's be honest. It has been an exciting game, hasn't it? And at the moment, it's still very much in the balance. Either team could win this game still at half-time, and Arsenal played well, which is what we wanted to see. But we need to manage this game well from this point, don't we? And make sure that we leave Anfield tonight with something, whether it's a win or whether it's a draw. We'll take either of those two scenarios, won't we? And as long as I say we manage this game well in the second half. So yeah, it is. It's 1-1. Let's have a look at some stats for that first half, shall we? That's what I was going to do. Where are we here? Right, let's have a look. So the first half stats then are. Let's have a look. Where are we? Right, here we go. The stats. So Liverpool have had 4 shots, and Arsenal have had 7. Liverpool only had 1 on target, actually, and Arsenal had 2 on target. And obviously 5 off target. And Arsenal have had 2 corners and Liverpool have had 1 corner. And in terms of possession, it's 55 to Liverpool, 45 to Arsenal, which, yeah, and I say fairly even. Arsenal have had maybe 1 or 2 more efforts at goal in that first half. And yeah, we've maybe just slightly shaded it on chances. In terms of possession, it's been very, very even. And yeah, it's 1-1 at the break. Terry says we can't afford to keep missing these chances. No, I said before the game, didn't I, that when you go to Anfield, you don't get a ton of chances, do you? So you've got to be clinical. Last season we got the 2-0 lead. We know we couldn't hang on to it, but we were clinical with the chances that we had today. Not really. We've had a couple of opportunities to get that second goal. We haven't managed to get it. And Liverpool have as well, to be fair. Liverpool missed 1 or 2, haven't they? So there you go. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Rajendra says Martinelli needs to check his bots need slightly. His boots need slightly better. So he slipped over a couple of times, didn't he? But yeah, he's played well, Martinelli, actually, hasn't he? Terry says, come on, hit that like button. Indeed, let's hit that like button. Why don't we have a little sing song at half time? And we are top of the league still. As things stand, we'll still be top of the league as the game finishes like this as well. And we are. I did last time sing along. How's that sound? That was good, wouldn't it? Anyway, it is 1-1, and Arsenal are still top of the league as things stand. But we have still got the second half to come, haven't we? And it's going to be a very tense occasion, I'm sure. But we played well in that first half. I'm really pleased with how we've played. And it's just a matter now of can we get the job done and get this game won, or certainly not lose it. That's the important thing now, is that having gone 1-0 up, we've gone 1-0 up at Anfield quite a number of times over this run of years, 10 years since we last won there, 10 seasons since we last won there. And this year we need to change that now and see if we can get a victory. But yeah, it'll feel like a little, that first half was a little bit like a missed opportunity. We could have been in front at the break. Really poor defensive goal to concede, but yeah, it is what it is. It's been a good performance, and that's what we wanted to see. Arsenal have gone to Liverpool so far, as we did in the first half last year, and we've shown Liverpool that we can go to Anfield and play football, but it's just getting this over the line, isn't it? It was such a poor, showing a goal again. It's such a poor goal to concede. I mean, Zinchenko there, that is just terrible defending, and it's not the first time, is it? If that happened once, or if that happened, if it only happened very occasionally, you'd have to say, well, fair enough, these things can happen. But unfortunately, it's happened far too often with Zinchenko. He's just defensively, he's not good enough. And when you're playing left back, and when you're playing against a player like Mo Salah, if you're going to defend as poorly as that, you're going to be punished. You are going to be punished, and we have been again. And yeah, that seems to be where we are at the minute, unfortunately. But I mean, he's took it well, Salah, to be fair. But as soon as he cuts in there onto his left foot, you know what's going to come, don't you? You know what he's going to do. He's done it 100 times against us, and it was a good finish into the top corner, but really poor defensively from Arsenal. Really poor, just terrible. Anyway, there was that. They showed that penalty again from. We were lucky there. Wow, that to me should have been a penalty to Liverpool. We've got away with that. If that's at the other end, we're screaming, aren't we? We are screaming for a penalty there. But luckily for us, it wasn't given. And yeah, it's 1-1. And to be fair, I mean, we certainly wouldn't have deserved to be behind at half time, would we? Which we would have been had they got the penalty and score with the other goal as well. But yeah, it's been a good performance, and we just need to get through. I think the first 10-15 minutes of the second half are going to be really difficult for us, because Liverpool are going to come out attacking the Kop end as well, and they're going to really try and get themselves in front on us. I think we're going to have to be really strong for the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, see that through, and then we've then got half an hour after that to maybe try and win it at the Anfield Road end, which would be nice, wouldn't it? But anyway, let's see what happens. But yeah, it's still a long way to go, but so far so good. And Arsenal are 1-1, still top of the league at half time. Yeah, coming up to our last game, of course, before Christmas. Now, a couple of things coming up to tell you about on the channel over this Christmas week. On Wednesday, we have got the Arsenal Women's Show. We've rearranged it for Wednesday due to, obviously, Andreas being unavailable due to illness on Friday. So we've rearranged that for Wednesday. So join us for that. We're going to be looking back on the year of 2023 and also looking ahead what our hopes are for 2024 for the Arsenal women. That's on Wednesday. Of course, Thursday, it is the next game, Arsenal against West Ham from the Emirates. We'll be here for that one. The game kicks off. Is it 8:15, isn't it? So join us for that. We'll be here at 8 o'clock. That'll be an Amazon Prime game, won't it? I would imagine then. So join us for that on Thursday. And then, of course, on New Year's Eve, next Sunday, it is Fulham away. We'll be here for that one as well. And we'll try and squeeze in a best of 2023 for Arsenal as well, the men's team, at some point as well this week. Not sure when we get time to do that, actually. Maybe Friday. Actually, yeah, maybe Friday we'll do that. Have a best of 2023 for the Arsenal men as well, or look back on 2023, the good and the bad, shall we say? Because it's had its moments this year, hasn't it? It's had some high moments and some really low moments as well. So we'll look back on all that as well. So yeah, lots coming up this week. So please subscribe to the channel to get involved and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the shows that go live. And of course, give us a thumbs up for this as well if you're enjoying coverage here today of Liverpool versus Arsenal. And let's hope that it's going to be a good second half, because that first half was exciting, wasn't it? Lots went on, good football played. Terry says, games like this is when you wish we had kept Xhaka for one more season. He would have loved this game, wouldn't he, Granit Xhaka? He'd have probably been booked by now, though, like Kai Havertz has been booked. That's the only kind of downside, I suppose. But yeah, he would have loved this game. Terry says, get well soon, Andreas. Yeah, indeed. He's on the mend. He wasn't able to do the show last night. So, you know, that's a good excuse, isn't it, Terry? We'll let him off that one, won't we? Because he's done a lot for the channel, and he's been about all over the place watching the women's team. He was at the Bayern Munich women's game the other night in the Champions League, so he's about it. Rajendra says Zinchenko's a midfielder who helps out a left back. No, he's not helping out a left back. That's the position that he's told to play by the manager. He was bought as a left back. He played left back for Manchester City prior to that, so he's not helping out a left back. He's playing left back because he's the left back that Mikel Arteta wanted. He's not a defender. I agree. He's a midfield player. He plays in midfield for Ukraine quite a lot. But for Arsenal, his job is left back. That's the position he's picked in. That's the position he was bought to play. And this was despite us having a very good left back in Kieran Tierney already at the club, who's now been sent out on loan because apparently Zinchenko's a better option. But he's a better option for the system, but he's not a better option one-on-one defending, as we've seen today and as we've seen, umpteen times previously. And what you have to look at is if he is a midfield player, and I agree, midfield does seem to be his better position because he's away from our own goal a lot more, then why is the manager playing him at left back? And you could say, well, he's helping. He's not helping out. We got rid of a good left back because this manager thought that this left back was better. Absolutely thought he was better. And he clearly isn't. He's not better as a left back, is he? He might be. Is he a better footballer overall? Potentially. Kieran Tierney couldn't drop into that midfield role and play that, could he? Because he's not as good a footballer. But as a left back, as a defensive left back, Kieran Tierney's streets ahead of Zinchenko. And the fact that this manager keeps picking him at left back, and he picked him ahead of Kieran Tierney at left back, that's the problem. I don't necessarily blame Zinchenko. He's got to do better. If you're going to play left back, then work on your defensive side of your game. Improve that. Make sure that you're not going to be caught out so often as you are. You've got to work on that aspect of your game. It's not his fault he's being played in that position, but it's what the manager wants, and that's the problem. So we'll see. Terry says more plausible excuse than Magenda and Nathan. Well, yeah, Andreas is a good excuse. He couldn't speak, so it'd have been pointing to him every night coming on the show. He wouldn't be able to speak. We wouldn't hear him because he's lost his voice. But I'm sure his voice will be back by Wednesday, and we'll be able to get that show to you, which is going to be a good show, isn't it? Looking back on 2023 for the Arsenal women, which has been it's been a good year. It's been obviously ultimately a frustrating year. We did win a trophy though, which was nice, wasn't it? So that's always good, isn't it? Terry says Zinchenko would look much better at a different club. He would, yeah. I agree. I would think he'd look much better at another club, yeah. If we haven't got to watch him play for Arsenal, I'll be very happy. Nathan says chicken for Jeeters for me dinner. Lovely. Oh, fantastic. Well, Nathan's got the chicken for Jeeters on, guys. If you want some of them, I'm sure Nathan's got a few spare that you can hand out, a few extras. So if you fancy them, Nathan will sort that out for you. Rajendra says, I disagree. We have three at the back. Zinchenko drops in left back or Declan drops into mid defence. So it gives a better attack. Yeah, but that's the system isn't it? That when we've got the ball, Zinchenko moves into that central area. It's in this inverted fullback position thing, which is absolute rubbish as far as I'm concerned. But that's what it is, isn't it? So when we've got the ball, he moves into midfield. So we've got an extra body in midfield, which then, I agree, gives us better attacking options when we've got the ball. But it's when we lose the ball, his job is then to go back into left back and defend. And he's not doing that. And that's half of his job. One half of his job is to move into midfield when we've got the ball. Yes, he's good at doing that. Brilliant. The other half of his job is then when we don't have the ball, he's then got to play as a left back and win that ball back. That's what he's got to do. He's got to defend one-on-one defending better. And he's not doing that part of his job. So he's only doing half a job, isn't he? So we'll call him Arthur Zinchenko, because he's just doing half a job. Terry says, Tiger and curry for me. Oh, it's dinner time. Why not? Virginia says, so you're thinking only 4-4-2. No, it's not 4-4-2, is it? It's basically... When we haven't got the ball, it's basically 4-5-1 in some ways, and And then when we do have the ball, yes, then we're going. Then it's like a 3-5-2, isn't it, or so, or 3-4-3, maybe when we've got the ball almost, isn't it? But it's that transition between having the ball and not having the ball, that turnover of play. That's when Zinchenko's caught out. Everybody gets caught out sometimes because you've got to almost do two jobs when we haven't got the ball, and that's the system that we play, which is overcomplicating football for me, and that's why so many players haven't been able to work at Arsenal under Arteta, because they don't fit that system, because it's very complicated. You've got to think of two jobs rather than just one job that you're good at. You've got to try and think of a secondary job as well to fit the system. Some players have adapted really well, as we know in terms of Declan Rice, for example, and other players have struggled to adapt, and they've now been moved on. Kieran Tierney being an example of that. He couldn't play that role, but to me, Zinchenko can't play that role. Kieran Tierney could play half of that role as well. He could play the defensive half of it. He couldn't play the possession half of it because that wasn't his natural game. And Zinchenko can't play the defensive half. They're as bad as each other. He's got rid of one and he's kept the other. I don't understand. What you want to do is buy a left back that can do both, if that's what you're going to play, or you adapt your system to suit the player that you've got. And if that means playing Zinchenko in midfield, do that. And if it means playing a left back who's going to be a traditional left back and don't move your left back in the midfield because that's who you've got when it was Kieran Tierney, do that. But anyway, let's see. Terry says he does get in that left back position. He just forgets to defend. Sometimes he does. When he gets there, he forgets to defend. Yeah, sometimes he just forgets to be there. Anyway, we have started the second half, but nothing's really happened yet so far, and we'll see what happens. Rajendra says he has done it well. You just see the gaffes not well. No, in possession he does well, but when we don't have the ball, that's his problem. That's when he makes the mistakes, and that's what's cost us a goal tonight. It's cost us goals numerous occasions. And as a defender, you're playing in a defensive position in the team. Your mistakes lead to goals more often than not, don't they? Because you're a defender. Like a goalkeeper's mistakes always lead to a goal, don't they? And a goalkeeper can make 4 or 5 brilliant saves, lets in a soft goal, and then everyone's only going to remember the goal. Anyway, Liverpool coming forward now. This is a dangerous moment for Arsenal. Oh, that wasn't a great ball, actually. It's gone behind Mo Salah. Again, Liverpool not really wanting to shoot when they was in a good position to shoot. Anyway, Salah puts a cross in, not a great cross, cleared away by William at Saliba. But Liverpool, I said they'd come out in the second half on top, and they have done so far. Trent Alexander-Arnold pings that ball forward. It's actually really pinged into Mo Salah. Couldn't do a lot with that, could he? And Arsenal managed to clear it away there with Martinelli, who's had a good game. Martinelli. Oh, he just runs into a bit of trouble, though. And now Liverpool can come forward with Mo Salah. And Martinelli gets back there well, though, puts a tackle in. And then Gabriel steps forward and plays the ball up the line to Gabriel Jesus. And again, he runs into Canate. The referee's giving us a free kick. That's nice, isn't it? Virginia says Tierney was injury prone. No, he was injury prone, but he wasn't playing when he was fit either because he didn't fit the system very well. And when he did play, he played once in a blue moon, didn't he? And struggled to adapt to that system and generally got himself injured, which didn't help, I agree. But either the system has to change or you change to adapt the players. And he's kept Zinchenko, who can't defend, and he got rid of Kieran Tierney, who couldn't play that midfield hybrid role. I don't know. It's strange, really, isn't it? Which role is more important? Obviously, to Arteta. See, Zinchenko's out of position again when we've lost the ball, and Liverpool coming forward into that space. I mean, Declan Rice has just won the ball back. In fact, the referee's now given a free kick, and that's the problem. And he's just got himself a yellow card, Declan Rice, as well. Let's see again. That seems a very soft yellow card, ref. A very soft yellow card. That he's pulled him, but I suppose it's similar. You're stopping a counter attack. Yeah, I guess so. Nathan says, I like red tie curry too. And Terry says, why is Zinchenko back at home fighting the Russians? Well, I don't know. He's quite happy talking about it, isn't he? But there you go. I don't really care about it. I just wanted to start playing left back and defending properly. That's what I want him. That's what I want to see him doing, because that's what he's getting paid for. Anyway, it's a free kick to Liverpool now, which is a dangerous situation because it's Trent Alexander-Arnold with this ball on this near side. He's going to whip this in with that right foot of his, which is so dangerous. All that gets a deflection there off Gabriel Jesus, who didn't actually look 10 yards away. But anyway, it doesn't matter because it's a throw to Liverpool. And Arsenal have got some more defending to do. At the start of the second half, we played 49 minutes. It's a throw to Liverpool in line with the Arsenal penalty area. It's Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool now attacking the Kop end, which is their end to our right. The cross comes in from Luis Diaz, but David Raya's there. Good hands and rolls the ball out to Martin Ødegaard. And Arsenal can now try and launch a counter-attack following that Liverpool. Good tackle there on. Suddenly Liverpool have now got a chance. Salah's in the box again. Is Salah going to get a shot away? It's deflected off Gabriel into the arms of the goalkeeper, David Raya. And it was Martin Ødegaard there got caught in possession over on that far side in midfield there. Ran into trouble, and Liverpool had a big chance there. They're finding Mo Salah every opportunity inside the box. And Liverpool coming forward again with Salah, but that's a poor ball actually looking for Curtis Jones. And Arsenal managed to clear that one away. And Martin Ødegaard over on that far side again gives the ball away. And it's what we said about the start of the second half. Liverpool flying at us here. And they're coming forward again. Szoboszlai, it was there, but he let the ball run across him there. And Gabriel Jesus stepped in. And now Arsenal can launch a counter-attack. But Martinelli's overrun that ball. And Liverpool have picked it up again. They are on top at the moment. And it is Luis Diaz over on that far side. Plays it into Szoboszlai there. Plays it forward to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Can he get a cross in? Oh, it was well defended there actually by, was that Gabriel? And Zinchenko now plays the ball forward to Bukayo Saka, who's done well now. Arsenal on the counter-attack. A little bit of space here for Gabriel Martinelli. He's gone past Konate inside the box. Oh, good defending again, actually. He's been brilliant for Liverpool at the back. You have to say Ibrahima Konate has been absolutely brilliant. Anyway, that's a ball played forward again. And Salah's in behind. This time it's Gabriel covering for Zinchenko. And again, that's better defending because it's Gabriel. But again, Liverpool get a shot away on that far side. Luis Diaz, but it's a poor effort. And it's gone behind. Rajendra says he was raising money. Well, we shouldn't be raising money. He's a billionaire. He can donate money. Don't expect other people to raise money for him. Anyway, again, Mo Salah causing the problems. It was Gabriel having to come across there. He defended pretty well, that Gabriel. Salah did keep the ball, and he actually ended up at Diaz at the far post. He should have done better, Luis Diaz. And luckily, he didn't get hold of that shot. But this fast start to the second half that we anticipated is definitely started for us. And we've been under quite a lot of pressure since half-time. And Liverpool have come out all guns blazing, attacking the Kop end, as we guessed that they might do. Nathan says they lost the ball a couple of times in midfield at the start. Yeah, we are, because Liverpool put us under pressure, aren't they? They're really putting us under that pressure. And that's been the problem that we've had to try and deal with here. And obviously the crowd are up for it now as well. And I say we knew these were going to be tough moments. So this is where, if you want to win a league title, this is when you dig in and you get through this, and then you grow into the second half and get your opportunities. And that's what we're going to have to do here. And that was good, strong play there, actually, by Gabriel. We've given the ball away again. Salah coming forward. Oh, good covering there. Was that Declan Rice again? Declan Rice has been sensational again in this game, hasn't he? Had us in the chat. My friend, good to see you. He says, hi, Rich, hope you're okay. Sorry to say this. I think Ford needs a replacement, please. Well, we'll see. The women aren't playing yet, but there's the January window coming up. We'll have a look at that. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday for the end of year show. You're going to enjoy that one. Anyway, Liverpool just conceded a free kick. It was Virgil van Dijk gone in there on Gabriel. And the referee's not given a yellow card for that. He's given a few yellow cards for hold back, hasn't he? But he hasn't actually given yellow cards for actual fouls as such. Or tackles, shall we say. Mistimed tackles, as that one was. I don't quite know what Klopp's complaining about. Anyway. He's always got something to complain about, isn't he? Usually the kickoff time. But there you go. Terry says Zinchenko again. Yeah, it probably was. He's a liability. He is a liability. Rajendra says Zinchenko's not a billionaire. Well, he'll be a millionaire, won't he? Let's be honest. Like most Premier League footballers are. He's certainly got more money than most other people that live in Ukraine. That's for dead certain. Anyway, Liverpool coming forward again over on that far side. Joe Gomez inside the box. Joe Gomez with a shot. Just wide. Oh, that was a big chance for Liverpool there. And looked like that was going to go in the corner. Klopp is clapping his hands on the sideline there in his usual mad style. Terry says he ain't much of a footballer even, though that's a fair comment, actually. It was Gomez there with a curling effort. Beat David Raya at full stretch. Just couldn't quite curl enough, could it, into that far corner for Liverpool. And we've got away with this. We played 9 minutes in the second half. It's been a tough 9 minutes. We anticipated it was going to be. and we just need to try and be strong here, see this through, and try and get ourselves going again. And hopefully we can. Oh, ball almost fell to Gabriel Jesus, but Alisson's there to kick it clear. Nathan says, Clipperty Clock. Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he? He loves it. Oh, Clapperty. Was that Clapperty Clock you were saying? Yeah. Anyway, it's another free kick to Arsenal. And it's going to be another free kick, which I think Martin. Oh, he took it quickly, actually. Zinchenko is inside the centre circle because we're in possession, you see. That's what he does. He's in the midfield, isn't he? Problem's going to be if we lose the ball, is he going to be able to get back and defend his position? And I would say no. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward at a minute. Don't have to worry about that. Odegaard finds Jesus. Odegaard again pings the ball to this near side. Martinelli's got a little bit of space here. Gabriel Martinelli just inside the Liverpool penalty area. Oh, he tried to cut inside, but that's really good defending again from Liverpool. And now Mo Salah is going to have a run at Gabriel, is he? And Zinchenko is struggling to get back, but actually does get back well. Fair play to Zinchenko there. He looked like he was struggling to get back, and then Salah cut inside, made it easy for him. And he managed to get back and win the ball, which has now gone out for a throw to Liverpool on this near side. It's now with Alisson. We played 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes of the second half. And we are waiting for the first goal of the second half. It is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1, as it was after the half an hour mark when Mo Salah equalised after that brilliant start from Arsenal. But Liverpool have started this second half really, really strongly. And they've had a big chance there with Joe Gomez already, who's just fired wide, and they're coming forward again with Luis Diaz over on that far side. He's going to try a shot, is he, from distance? He does. It's well blocked, actually, by Martin Odegaard, I think it was, and the ball's fell here to Konate, who's been brilliant at the back for Liverpool today. You've got to say he really has. And he plays it to Virgil van Dijk, and he touches it off to Endo. Endo plays that Declan Rice role for Liverpool, doesn't he? Just sitting in front of that defence, picking up the loose balls and holding things together. He's a good little player, isn't he, actually? He's a really good player for Liverpool. Anyway, Trent Alexander, it's a good ball there, played through, but David Raya read that well, came out and grabbed it. And it remains Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. We've played 57 minutes here at Anfield. Liverpool attacking the Kop. Arsenal haven't had an attack yet in the second half. We've been penned in. And now we're trying to come forward now, though. Declan Rice done really well. Declan Rice is an absolute unbelievable player, isn't he? He's a Rolls Royce in that midfield. Anyway, Saka now on that far side. Saka coming forward. He's going to have a run at Joe Gomez. Ben White's gone outside him. He finds Ben White, but Joe Gomez has kept that in, has he? It's going to be a throw, though, to Arsenal. Good defending there from the English defender there for Liverpool, but it's a throw to Arsenal. Ben White is going to take it over on that far side, Arsenal's right. Is this going to be our first opportunity this second half to test Alisson in goal for Liverpool? The ball's then scooped into the box. Konate deals with that, heads it up rather than away. Gabriel Jesus over on that far side, pings it across the 6-yard box. No one's in there. And it's gone out for a throw to Liverpool. And that's the problem with Arsenal not playing without a natural centre forward. That, you know, sometimes, you know, a natural centre forward there, when that ball goes to Jesus there, a natural centre forward gets himself in that 6-yard box. And Ian Wright, for example, they're in that 6-yard box, aren't they? Anticipating that the ball might come there. We've got Martinelli and Saka outside the penalty, or on the very edge of the penalty area, when we need someone in there attacking that, don't we? Anyway, Liverpool trying to come forward again. That was good defending there, actually, by William Saliba. And now Arsenal trying to come forward over on that far side. But again, Joe Gomez steps. He's done well since he's come on, playing at left back, Joe Gomez, to be fair to him. I thought he might have struggled there, but he's done all right. Anyway, Luis Diaz now coming forward for Liverpool. And the ball's deflected there off Bukayo Saka. It's going to be a throw to Liverpool. They're doing everything really quickly now, aren't they? We've played 58 minutes. We've almost got through that 15 minutes I was worried about. But still Liverpool coming forward. Endo there plays the ball back to Van Dijk. Now it comes square to Konate. And he just does the safe thing. It goes back. And Alisson, comes forward up his near side, but that's going to go out for a throw. Terry says, pick anyone but Wright. So, yeah, I mean, so Wright would have been in there, wouldn't he? In that 6-yard box there, anticipating that. And And that's the issue for me. You know, that is the issue for me. Without a natural centre forward, those balls into the box, they end up coming to nothing, don't they? When, you know, with a goal scorer in your team, if you like, they anticipate them balls, don't they? And you can score 5 or 10 goals a season just getting in that position, can't you? Because the ball will come to you. That's how Raheem Sterling used to score so many goals for Man City. He was always told, wasn't he, when the ball's over there, you get yourself in the 6-yard box, you'll have a tap in. And how many goals a season did he score in those positions? Anyway, Saka now on that far side, having a run at Joe Gomez again. Saka goes around the outside, another ball across the 6-yard box. And again, there's no Arsenal player in there, but it comes to the edge of the box. Now, shot comes in from Zinchenko, and it's high over the crossbar, and it's going to be a goal kick. We played at 60 minutes. That was another good ball in. That was Saka that time over on that far side. And he did well there. Skip round the outside of Joe Gomez, whip that cross in, edge of the 6-yard box. Arsenal didn't really get it away particularly well. And then it came to Zinchenko, and that was always going high over the crossbar, wasn't it? And the ball is now back with Alisson for Liverpool. Half an hour to play here at Anfield. This game is still very much in the balance. Liverpool need to win to go top. A draw will keep Arsenal top for Christmas, but there's still a long way to go in this game. And we've had a very difficult start to the second half. We've been under a lot of pressure, and you feel Liverpool look the more likely team at this moment in time to get that second goal and go on and win. But we've defended reasonably well so far, so that's fine. We don't need to panic too much, do we? But Liverpool in possession out of the back. They just took a little bit of sting out of the play. They came out flying for 15 minutes, and now they're just slowing it down a little bit. Trent Alexander-Arnold goes back to goalkeeper Alisson. And now Van Dijk plays it into midfield to Curtis Jones. Plays out to Gomez over on that far side. Van Dijk again. That's a long ball over the top, looking for Cody Gakpo. Nice little chest off there to Szoboszlai there with a shot, drags it wide. And that's another effort for Liverpool. Szoboszlai there, the Hungarian, with that effort. Good play for Liverpool, that was. They kept possession well then. Van Dijk went long. Cody Gakpo there did really well, chested it off to Szoboszlai, and he just dragged his shot wide at that far post. And that was good play from Liverpool again. And again, Arsenal having to defend in this second half. Declan Rice lost that ball forward again. It's Konate underneath it. And again, that's a long ball forward, but David Raya should be there. Anticipated that bounce and did well again. David Raya had a good game today, the Arsenal goalkeeper. He took a lot of stick, didn't he, for the recent game at Luton, where, yes, he did make some bad mistakes in that game, cost us a couple of goals. But he's had a decent game today. He's been solid. He's dealt with everything really well. He's not really had a save to make as such. He couldn't do anything about the goal. And yeah, he's had a solid game today. So well played, David Raya. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward with Saka over on that far side. We've not had too many attacks in the second half, have we, so far? Let's see if this one can lead to a chance to get back in front. Odegaard tries to turn away, and he's fouled there by Endo, I think it was. And he's already been booked, the Japanese midfield player for Liverpool. So we might need to be a bit careful. But it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, which is the most important thing. An opportunity to get this ball back into the box. It was a free kick that led to our goal, of course, very, very early on. Seemed a long time ago. Liverpool making a couple of substitutions. Gravenbach and Nunes are coming on. Terry says, get Trossard on through the middle. Yeah, he did score a hat-trick at Anfield, didn't he, for Brighton? Was that last season? I think it was, wasn't it? Early last season before he joined Arsenal, he's got a hat-trick here. So he knows how to score at this ground. So maybe get him on. Yeah, it's a free kick which Declan Rice is going to take. Dick Tin, but that's overhit. And it's going to actually stay, be kept in on this near side, is it? No, it isn't, because it's gone out for a throw. Trent and Martinelli there going for the ball, but it's going to be a throw to Liverpool. It looks like Liverpool are going to make a couple of changes here. I say Gravenbach is coming on, and Darwin Nunes as well. So we'll see what difference that's going to make. Arsenal got a few subs warming up as well. Arsenal is taking a sting out of these Liverpool attacks in the last 5 minutes. And we've got a little bit of a grip on this game. And we're coming forward now. Kai Havertz on this near side. Keeps possession well. Finds Zinchenko infield to Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard there was fouled, was he? No, Arsenal keep possession. So the referee says play on. Jesus plays out to that far side to Bukayo Saka. Good advantage that was there by the referee. Saka now plays it infield to Odegaard. Again, that was a foul. And again, the referee plays on because Martin Odegaard's got the ball. And Arsenal keep possession. Do we have on that far side? It's now a throw to Liverpool. And in fact, it's Luis Diaz has gone down. And was it him that fouled Bukayo Saka? We might well see these substitutions now for Liverpool potentially. 65 minutes on the clock. It was Luis Diaz in after Saka had played the ball. He was just a bit late getting there, wasn't he? It was a foul, potentially. Anyway, he's injured himself. And Arsenal had possession. So, again, the referee played an advantage. He played a couple of good advantages there, didn't he? He could have given Arsenal free kicks. We kept possession of the ball, and he did well, the referee there. And anyway, Klopp is looking on there on the sidelines. Redondo says good physical there for Martin. It was there just before that, yeah, with Alexander-Arnold in that corner. And Luis Diaz now is getting some treatment. Darwin Núñez was getting ready to come on anyway. So whether that was going to be the change they were looking at in any case, I'm not sure. But they may well make that change now anyway because Luis Diaz is now gone down injured. So Darwin Núñez is definitely coming on anyway. Trossard is coming on for Arsenal. There we go. Trossard is coming on. Who is going to go off? We shall see. But it's Trossard coming on for Arsenal. Darwin Núñez is coming on for Liverpool. Gravenberch and I think Quenzar as well for Liverpool. But anyway, is Luis Diaz going to be okay or is he going to be going off? I think he may be going off now. Will Sports is in. How you doing? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in for a while, actually. Hope you're doing well. He says, hi, this game could go either way. Did you see Havertz suspended now? I think he's getting better. Do you agree? Absolutely 100%. Yeah, he's been good. He's been really, really good. I think last few games, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, he's been good. So, no, I agree. It is a shame he's been suspended. Anyway, Núñez is coming on for Luis Diaz, but Liverpool making 3 changes now. So that's the first one. Gakpo's going off as well for them. Didn't really have much impact in this game. Gravenberch is coming on as well. And is that Harvey Elliott as well coming on? Will Sports says Trossard, good player. I think he's a very good player, yeah. And Luis Diaz is going off as well. So that's the 3. Oh, Curtis Jones has gone off as well. So that's their 3 substitutions there for Liverpool. So that is, they're just changing their sort of side, really, aren't they? So Gravenberch is on in midfield. Núñez is on up front. And it was the other change that they made. Anyway, Martinelli is going on for Arsenal. He's had a good game today, Martinelli. I thought he's worked hard. He's done well. And Trossard's coming on. So that's a like-for-like swap. Warrior Sports says if we get a 1-1 at Anfield, that would be a good result. Yeah, no, it would be a good result. Absolutely right. I'd be pretty happy with that. So Núñez, Gravenberch and Elliott on for Liverpool. Diaz, Jones and Gakpo are off. And for Arsenal, just that one change. Martinelli's off and Trossard is on down this left-hand side. So let's see what difference these substitutions make for both of these 2 teams. So far, this game, as we've said, is all up for grabs still, isn't it? Which is a very good phrase to use at Anfield when Arsenal are there, isn't it? Radiono says we lost his advantage. Yeah, we have a little bit, yeah. Liverpool have been the better team in the second half by quite some distance, really. But Arsenal coming forward now. Trossard, his first opportunity. Trossard, so he knows where the net is at Anfield, having scored a hat-trick against them last season for Brighton. Zinchenko now plays the ball out to Declan Rice. Probably been Arsenal's best player again, Declan Rice, today, hasn't he? Absolutely brilliant again. Will Ray Sports says, okay, I think Martinelli played well this game. Surprised he got subbed. Yeah, I thought he was playing well as well, yeah. He had a good game. Really good game. But it's a change, isn't it? Trossard's coming on. One of those front 3 would have to go off, wouldn't they, I suppose? And I suppose he was the most likely candidate. But no, he had played well. And Trossard there trying out a few little tricks, but took the ball out of play We're into the last 20 minutes here at Anfield in this big game. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. The second half's not quite ignited, has it, as the first half did. And Arsenal haven't really ignited either, as we did in the first half. And it's kind of fizzling out a little bit into what looks as though it might well be a draw, which will be fine. We'll take that draw. Again, draws a little bit disappointing when you scored first. But anyway, Martin Odegaard's now picked the ball up. If we can turn this 1 point into 3, that would be a fantastic result, wouldn't it, Arsenal? And a little bit of pressure at the back, but managed to play that quite well. And now we get the ball forward up that far side. And Martin Odegaard plays that rather strange back pass back to David Raya, but he's got a little bit of time there, the Arsenal goalkeeper. But Liverpool won the ball actually high up the pitch. Shot comes in, it's deflected just wide. It was the substitute Elliott there. I think he's got the record as the youngest ever goal scorer in the Premier League, hasn't he? And that shot there was deflected there off Gabriel. Oh, it's just at the outside of the post as well. Wow. I think David Raya would have actually saved it had it not been deflected. But it is a corner to Liverpool. Nathan says it only takes a moment of quality. It does, or a mistake. One of those two things may well decide this game. But so far, Arsenal hanging on. But it is a corner to Liverpool on this near side in front of the Kop, where Liverpool scored some famous goals over the years, of course. As we know, it's going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold with this corner, goes long to the far post. It's headed back across, headed out by Gabriel. Good defending again. He's had a decent game. The Arsenal goal scorer today. And now Saka's trying to lead a counter-attack for Arsenal. That's a really good ball over the top. Trossard's in behind Joe Gomez, who's got back at him well, actually. Trossard still in possession for Arsenal. Trossard twisting and turning just on the edge of the penalty area. Can he get across in? He's still trying to get across in. He's won the corner, has he, for Arsenal? He has. Good play that was from Leandro Trossard, who's just come on. Brilliant there. And let's see if we can make something of this corner from that. It was a Liverpool corner. And it was an Arsenal counter-attack led by Bukayo Saka. And then brilliant play that was there from Leandro Trossard. But it's a corner to Arsenal. Saka over on that far side. Can Arsenal go back in front? It could be a good time to score with less than 20 minutes to play. These are big moments now, aren't they, for the rest of this game? Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal with Saka with this corner whipped in towards that near post? Not a great corner, was it? Joe Gomez heads it away. Oh, and now Liverpool have got a counter-attacking on here. It's a Alamo here. How many are? It's 5 onto 1. It's 5 onto 1. Surely Liverpool are going to score. Trent, it's hit the bar. Oh, incredible there. Liverpool had 5 players over. I've never seen a counter-attack like that in my life. Arsenal had 1 defender back. Liverpool had 5 players forward there. Salah found Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's hit the crossbar. That was a let-off that was for Arsenal there. That should be 2-1 to Liverpool. Not so much that Trent missed it, just that they had 4 players over. It was a 5-on-1, a counter-attack. I've never seen that before. That's just schoolboy stuff from Arsenal. How can you leave yourself that open away at Liverpool? It's ridiculous. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again now. Saka over on that far side. Again, Joe Gomez has done really well to take the ball off him, and now he's bringing it forward for Liverpool. And, wow, I can't believe they didn't score there, Liverpool. That was incredible. That was ridiculous. Anyway, Trent's hit the crossbar, and it should be 2-1 to Liverpool. Are we going to make the most of that opportunity? Terry says that was a great save by Raya. Did Raya save it, did he? If he did, that was a great save. But even so, Liverpool should still have scored. They had so many players over. It was an incredible counter-attack, wasn't it? Just amazing. Anyway, Liverpool coming forward again. Salah's trying to get in behind, and Arsenal tidy that up. Zinchenko now clears it away, but not a great clearance, and Liverpool picked the ball up again. And Will Rally Sports, I thought that was 2-1. I did as well, yeah. When you saw that counter attack, it's like, where's the Arsenal defence? Oh, there isn't any. We had 1 player back, and 5 Liverpool players steaming at us, and somehow we survived. And wow, we got away with that one there. But Liverpool are still in possession. They're coming forward again. It is Harvey Elliott. He had that one effort a moment ago that got deflected just wide, but Liverpool still coming forward. It's Gravenberch over on that far side. Plays the ball forward into the penalty area. And it's now Joe Gomez again with a shot. Good save from David Raya. It's going to be a corner to Liverpool. The chances are mounting up now, aren't they, in front of Arsenal's goal here. And we're coming up to the last 15 minutes. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. And it's going to be Solobsky there with this corner over on that far side for Liverpool. Van Dijk is getting himself into the attack as well. And this is a dangerous moment. It's for Arsenal to come into the last 15 minutes. A corner comes in. It's missed by everybody. Actually, it's going to go behind for a goal kick. Is it for Arsenal? No, it's another corner. It must have come off an Arsenal head. It's another corner to Arsenal, this time on the near post. And it is going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold this time. It was his effort that almost put Liverpool in front a few moments ago. But Arsenal survived. Can we survive this corner? Liverpool know they need to win this game to go top of the table. It's going to be Trent with his corner towards the penalty spot. The header comes in, but it's over the top. It was Konate, I think it was. Oh, actually, it was Darwin Núñez potentially with that header. It's just gone over the bar there. They just showed his counter-attack again. Quite incredible. Quite incredible. Declan Rice was the only Arsenal player back. And how have Liverpool not scored here? I don't think it was the best ball. Did Raya get a touch on that, actually? We'll see now if he did, if that was a save or not by Raya. No, it wasn't. It's just hit the crossbar there from Trent. Raya was actually diving the wrong way. Wow. What a big opportunity that was. And how Liverpool haven't scored from that counter-attack. Honestly, ridiculous. Incredible. Wow. But there you go. There you go. Will Raleigh Sports said they needed more players back, not just one defender. Should have had 2 or 3 back. You know, exactly. Yeah, you can't just leave one player there. And I say we were lucky there, absolutely lucky to get away with that. But the danger's not finished because Liverpool are still coming forward again. But Arsenal picked the ball up now in midfield. Wow, that was. I still can't believe that counter attack. You never often see that in the Premier League. There, a 5-on-1 counter attack. But that's what it was, and it was Declan Rice against the whole of the Liverpool team almost. Anyway, Eddie Nketiah is coming on, so all is going to be saved for Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus is going off. He's not really had any impact in the second half at all, has he, Jesus? Not really his fault, I suppose. We haven't really had the ball up the end of the pitch much. So let's see what Eddie can do. He's got, 13 minutes plus stoppage time to have some impact in this game. Terry says, Arteta going for a 1-1 draw. I mean, to be honest with you, I do feel as though the way this game's gone in the second half, that's a sensible thing to get a 1-1 draw. We need to take us. I said before, it's about managing this game. Last season, we were obviously 2-1 up going into the latter stage of the game, and we panicked and we couldn't manage the game very well. And we got a draw. Today, yes, we're only drawing, but we need to make sure that we come away with something from this game, whether it's a point or whether it's going to be. We can't lose this game. We've got to manage this whole situation in the second half. Colonel Adam, I think he says, I'm playing 2 attacking mids against Liverpool away, and Zinni Rice has been overworked here. We need Kyrgios or Jorginho on. Yeah, the second half it has been. You're right. We've got overrun a lot, but we're still in this game, and we've still got a chance to win it even. And you know, I'm sure we would have. We'd all take that, won't we? As things stand. You know, Odegaard plays the ball back. It wasn't a great ball actually. Gabriel's had to step in, and now we've given the ball away again. And that wasn't a great ball forward. I was just a little bit scrappy there for the last couple of moments there from both teams. And now Kai Havertz trying to come forward, but he runs into a bit of trouble. And now Liverpool coming forward themselves. That's really good play by Solobsky there, but there's a poor ball. He did a right good nutmeg there on Zinchenko just before, but he couldn't get the ball away. Vijendra says 2 of our players knocked each other out. Yeah, they did, but right on the edge of the Liverpool area. So it wasn't like it was on the halfway line. We wasn't defending properly there at all. We wasn't set up defensively correctly there. And it almost cost us, but luckily it didn't. Anyway, Declan Rice now in possession. It was Declan Rice against Liverpool a few moments ago, wasn't it? Anyway, Saka now on that far side. Joe Gomez is across there well. And then Darwin Núñez helps out, and he's going to be a throw to Arsenal. 12 minutes to play at Anfield plus stoppage time. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. Arsenal heading for the point that would keep us top of the league at Christmas, but there's still plenty of time left in this game for us to win it even, which would be even better, wouldn't it? Also, of course, time for Liverpool to win it as well. and that would send them to the top of the table. But Arsenal coming forward now over on that far side. Ben White's cross cleared away there by Liverpool. The shot comes in from distance, deflected, and Liverpool managed to defend that one well. I think that was Zinchenko's shot, actually, which was a decent effort. But now Liverpool trying to come forward again. Oh, that's great defending by William Saliba. Brings the ball forward to Martin Odegaard. Arsenal having a bit of a spell now. Odegaard's ghosted past a couple of players. Saka over on the far side. It's going to be the moment for Arsenal. Saka was rather hemmed in, but he's still got the ball. 2 players around him. 3 now. Plays it back. Declan Rice with a shot. It's Konate in there again for Liverpool. Makes that block, and now Darwin Núñez brings it forward for Liverpool. But Arsenal won it back. Suddenly the game's opened up. It's a bit end-to-end now, isn't it? We're moving towards the last 10 minutes of normal time. Are we going to see a winner here at Anfield? Arsenal have got a habit of scoring late goals, but then so have Liverpool at Anfield, haven't they? So it's still anybody's game here, but it is currently 1-1 and Arsenal in possession with Zinchenko. And now it's with Eddie Nketiah, touches it off to Trossard on his near side, who's done pretty well since he's come on. He finds Zinchenko and he plays it back to William Saliba. Colonel says there, take the draw and learn. Don't overdo it. Take a point. I agree. Yeah, I would take the draw. But the game is there to be won. And if we get the chance, let's try and win it. But yeah, let's not leave ourselves open and concede a daft goal as we almost did a bit earlier. Anyway, Trossard now trying to win it for Arsenal. Plays into the box. Kai Havertz. Oh, he was tripped. Surely he was tripped there. Oh, the referee's not giving it. Is VAR going to get involved? That may well be a penalty to Arsenal, but suddenly Trossard's in. Is this going to be the moment anyway? The cross comes in. Havertz with a shot, puts it wide. VAR are checking that now. I think this is a penalty to Arsenal. I think Trossard was caught. The referee didn't give it on the pitch. Let's have a look. It was Konate, actually, who's had a great game. In fact, it was Trent who came across. Actually, no, that's not a penalty. It's not a penalty at all. It isn't a penalty at all. It's just a coming together inside the box there. Havertz looked quite happy to go down. And he's almost gone into Trent Alexander-Arnold. Definitely not a penalty. Well done, referee, actually, because looking at it in real time, it looks like it may have been, but good refereeing, and that definitely wasn't a penalty, actually. And as much as it would have been nice for us to get one and take the goal, you don't really want to get a penalty. That's clearly not a penalty, do you? Anyway, Arsenal now having a better spell. It's the first time in the second half we've really had a lot of the ball, and it almost brought us an effort at goal there, but not quite. It's Declan Rice now deep inside the Arsenal half in possession. We're into the last 8 minutes here at Anfield, 8 minutes of normal time. It's going to be a very long 8 minutes, you feel. But at the moment, it might not be long enough as we're coming forward, looking to try and get this winning goal and leave Anfield with a statement victory is what it would be. You know, we're coming forward now. It's over on that far side. Bukayo Saka trying to go past Joe Gomez, but he hasn't been able to. You have to say Gomez has played well since he's come on. And it is a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Ben White is going to take it, finds Bukayo Saka a little bit of space. Bukayo Saka inside the box. And he can't quite poke the ball across to Eddie Nketiah, and Alisson's there. And now Liverpool again are coming forward. They move the ball quickly from defence to attack, don't they, Liverpool? And they're coming forward over on that far side. That's really good play from Darwin Núñez. Is this going to be a moment for Liverpool? He's done well, Núñez, inside the penalty area. Good feet there. Can he get a shot away? No, he can't. He finds Endo. Is Endo going to get a shot away? No, he took too long. Saka stepped in, but Liverpool still in possession. Harvey Elliott it is. Gets the ball back off Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool now having a spell of their own. The ball's inside the box with Mo Salah, but he couldn't get a shot away. Plays it back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now it's with Harvey Elliott again. Can he get a cross in? He plays it down the side. Solobsky, plays into the box. And Arsenal clear it away. But again, it's come forward. Declan Rice is there for Arsenal. He's been majestic, hasn't he? But we've given the ball away. Was that Zinchenko again? And now suddenly it's come to Liverpool on the edge of the box with Gravenberch. But we've managed to win the ball. And Mo Salah there tries to win it back off Eddie Nketiah. And he's conceded a free kick, and he doesn't like that, Mo Salah. And he may well get a booking for his protest, but he's not going to actually. He did get I thought he might have done his protest there. I mean, it looked like it was a free kick. I don't really know what he's complaining about, Mo Salah. But anyway, he's picked up a booking, and it was his equaliser that brought Liverpool level into this game. And Arsenal got a free kick inside the centre circle. We've played 84 minutes here at Anfield. There will be some stoppage time to come. This game is there still to be won for somebody. Will it be Arsenal? Will we be going 3 points clear at the top of the table. No, 4 points clear. No, 3 points clear. We're level on points with it, aren't we? Anyway, Trossard now wins a corner for Arsenal. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal to get themselves back in front? It was very, very early on that we scored. Are we going to score very, very late as well and win this game in front of those Arsenal fans at the Anfield Road end, which is being newly developed, isn't it? That new stand's gone out of it. Needed doing, didn't it? That away stand at Anfield been terrible for years. It looks like it's a lot better now. Looks like the view's a lot better as well without that low roof. Anyway, Trossard now is going to take this corner for Arsenal in front of these fans, these visiting, travelling fans today for Arsenal. It's going to be Trossard with his corner. Played it low into the near post. It was a poor corner, that actually. And Joe Gomez cleared that away. It's come to Trossard again to take this throw. And in fact, he leaves it for Zinchenko into the last 5 minutes of normal time. A goal now for either team probably wins this game. And either Liverpool go top or Arsenal go 3 points clear, which will be 4 points clear of Liverpool, of course, which will be so, so important, wouldn't it? We're coming forward now, the ball up this near side. Kai Havertz maybe could have let that go there. It would have been a corner, but it is a throw instead to Arsenal again. Arsenal keeping the ball up this end of the pitch, which is where we need it to be. Because while it's here, Liverpool aren't going to score. And we just might, you never know. Zinchenko with his throw. Throws it to the edge of the box. Trossard plays it in. It's going to fall to Eddie Nketiah, who's turned away well, actually, Eddie Nketiah, but he's tackled on the edge of the box and he's conceded a free kick. It was Endo there, who's been good for Liverpool as well. And Eddie Nketiah is going to get himself a yellow card as well for that tackle there on Endo. He did well initially and then he overran the ball. I mean, is that really a yellow card? I don't know. I mean, Endo's come in and won the ball as Eddie was about to take a shot. Or try to play the ball forward, and he has caught the Japanese midfield player, and it is a free kick to Liverpool which they've taken into the last 3.5 minutes of normal time. It's getting a bit nervy, isn't it? But it's Arsenal doing all the pressing in these closing stages here, but Liverpool have now won the ball back. Mo Salah, they've got a player over that far side. It'll be Darwin Núñez if the ball can play out to him. Gravenberch finds Núñez. He's going to run inside. He's had a good run a minute ago. Finds Gravenberch on the edge of the box, but the ball runs away from him and Arsenal win it back. And then Martin Odegaard's fouled by Gravenberch. And it's going to be a free kick to, or is it Joe Gomez? It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal anyway. Into the last 3 minutes of the 90. It's been a very tense game. Not the most exciting second half, if we're totally honest. The first half was good end-to-end stuff. The second half's had its moments, mainly from Liverpool attacks, if we're honest. They've hit the crossbar with Trent Alexander-Arnold. That was their big chance, you do feel, to maybe win the game. We haven't really had a big chance in this second half, have we? So maybe the draw is going to be a fair result overall. Anyway, Arsenal free kick taken by David Raya Long. But there's no Arsenal player there. It's gone out for a throw to Liverpool on this near side. And I'd say it was just let that run. And now Liverpool trying to come forward themselves. There still might be a chance for somebody to get a late winner here at Anfield. And it's a free kick there. It was Bukayo Saka slid in there on Gravenberch. The Anfield crowd wanted a booking for Bukayo Saka. In fact, he's already been booked, Bukayo Saka. It would be a red card, which we don't really want because that would mean a suspension. The referee's taking his time about this. Some of the Liverpool players are chatting to him now. Is this worth a second yellow card? I think he slipped more than anything. It looked a little bit clumsy because he slipped. He went to tackle the ball, he slipped, and it looks worse than what it is. It does look a lot worse than what it is because Saka slipped. And I think because he slipped, he'll probably not get this second yellow card. And I think that's the right decision because he slipped. And the referee's basically pointing that out. And he's right. Well done, referee, again. Actually, this referee's done well today. Chris Kavanagh has done really well. He's refereed this game well. And I think that it was clear that Bukayo Saka slipped. And it made it look a lot worse than it was. Had he not slipped, it may well have been a second yellow and a red card. But it clearly wasn't. He slipped over. And Arsenal now coming forward themselves, trying to see if we can get this late winner. And Saka has now won a free kick. Van Dijk it was with the challenge. In fact, it was Eddie Nketiah that was fouled. And Eddie Nketiah complained that should be a yellow card as well. Having him just got one himself. We're into the last minute anyway. We're coming up towards Michael Thomas time, aren't we? At Anfield. For those who know about Michael Thomas time, that's what we're getting to now, aren't we? And probably the most famous late goal. Terry says he won the ball and slipped. Well, I don't know if he really won the ball. He slipped over as he went to tackle, didn't he? And then, of course, he ended up, it looked a million times worse than it was. But it definitely wasn't a yellow card. It wasn't. I don't think it was even a foul, really. But anyway, you can give it as a foul. But anyway, I've got this free kick. And we're coming up to Michael Thomas hour. Is it going to be an Arsenal hero again? And Michael Thomas was wearing number 4 that night at Anfield. The Arsenal player wearing number 4 is Ben White, and he just conceded a free kick. And we're going to find out how much stoppage time. 4 minutes again. So that's 4 minutes in the first half, 4 minutes in the second half. So that's not the 8 or 9 minutes you sometimes get. So we've got 4 minutes to find a winner in this game. Are we going to find one? Is it going to be Arsenal here? Because Eddie Nketiah just won the ball, and Arsenal now have got a counter-attack with Martin Ødegaard. Now it's Trossard on this near side. Leandro Trossard. He tried to cut inside and wasn't able to do so. And Trent pinched the ball off him. And now Liverpool trying to come forward himself, looking for Mo Salah up this near side. But that's good defending from William Saliba, who's played well today for Arsenal. And he's still in possession now. Plays it back to Declan Rice. And it goes back to David Raya, the Arsenal goalkeeper, who's had a solid game tonight, you have to say. And I do think over the 90 minutes, in fact, Ben White got a yellow card for that. Other fan who also coming forward now. Bukayo Saka, is this going to be the moment to win it in Michael Thomas time? Saka with a shot. It's gone wide. Don't know if it was deflected or not. Thought Saka was going to be the hero then for Arsenal. But that shot there, it did take a deflection off Joe Gomez, actually. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal in the second minute of stoppage time. Can Arsenal find a winner? It is going to be Trossard with this corner in stoppage time at Anfield. There's been many goals scored at this time in this fixture over the years. Is there going to be another one today? Are Arsenal going to get a famous victory here? The corner comes in, but it's headed away. But it's going to go out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. It was Virgil van Dijk, I think, with that clearance there for Liverpool. We've played 2 minutes of the 5. And Arsenal have played well today. We've done what we had to do. We played some good attacking football in the first half, got an early lead, conceded a soft goal, and then in the second half we've had to defend well, and we've done that. And Liverpool only really had a couple of big chances, didn't they? They Trent Alexander-Arnold one from that strange counter-attack, and a couple of other half chances really. And Harvey Elliott has just been fouled by Zinchenko. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. We're into the last 2.5 minutes of stoppage time. Is there going to be a big chance at either end for someone to win this game? Or are both teams going to be... And I think Liverpool won't mind a draw, to be fair. I don't think it won't be a disaster for them either, will it? It keeps that 1 point gap between us two at the top of the table. And I think Liverpool would take that, having gone behind so early as well. Yes, they'll feel they've had some chance in the second half to have won it, the Trent Alexander-Arnold one, but I don't think Liverpool will be too disappointed with a draw. And we certainly aren't. I'm pleased with a draw. I'm pleased with how we've played. And it ends our run of away defeats in these big games. It'll be the second season in a row we've got a point at Anfield, and that's a good sign going forward, isn't it? Because these are the games where we've struggled before. Anyway, Liverpool are going to come forward again, but that ball's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. We're into the last 90 seconds now of stoppage time. William Saliba's been elected as player of the match. And yes, he's been brilliant at the back. Maybe Declan Rice for me, perhaps just shaded it. And for Liverpool, I thought Konate was brilliant as well. It's been a game of defences, hasn't it? You know, I think both teams have defended pretty well. Apart from the goal we conceded and that daft counter-attack, we've defended well, and Liverpool have as well. And yeah, William Saliba's got player of the match, and that seems fair enough. I say I'd have maybe just shaded Declan Rice for it. But anyway, it is a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. We're into the last minute now of stoppages. Don't think we're going to get a winning goal, if we're totally honest. I think both teams have resigned themselves to a point, which I say wouldn't be wouldn't actually be a disaster, would it, for Arsenal? We just need to see this last minute out of stoppage time now without doing anything stupid. And it's just a bit of head tennis going on there. Now Liverpool have got the ball. They're coming forward now. This will be their last attack, you feel. And there's a foul over on that far side by William Saliba. It's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. This will be the last chance. It is Trent Alexander-Arnold finds Mo Salah, tries to play the ball forward. It comes back to him off Zinchenko. This will be the very, very last attack of this game. It's gone back to goalkeeper Alisson. Liverpool play up this near side. They're not in any hurry, are they, Liverpool? But this is their last chance here into the last 15 seconds. Virgil van Dijk brings it forward over on that far side. One more piece of defending for Arsenal to do. Can Liverpool get the ball into the box? They do get the ball into the box. It's a decent cross, but Zinchenko should head that away. He heads it back to David Raya, and that should be it. And I think that's going to be that. We've played 5 minutes to some match. There goes a full-time whistle. It has finished here at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. And I think that's a fair result. I think over the 90 minutes, that's a fair result. Arteta and Klopp there having some words. It seemed friendly enough. I don't think Klopp was very happy. It was Gabriel's very, very early goal for Arsenal, a header from Martin Odegaard's free kick. And Arsenal played well at the beginning, but we let Liverpool back into it. We conceded a soft goal. It was Mo Salah with it after 31 minutes, which made it 1-1 at the break. The second half, Liverpool came out firing. We knew they would. They had 1 or 2 opportunities, and of course, they should have wrapped it up with that counter-attack. It was Trent Alexander-Arnold hit the bar, and we got away with that one there. We didn't really create too many chances in the second half, did we? I don't remember Alisson having to make a save. But I think both teams will be reasonably happy. You know, Arsenal scored early, Liverpool come back to get a draw. And yeah, I think overall a draw was a fair result. And probably both teams won't mind that too much, will they, from the game today? A decent game overall. Mark says, people will slag us off. They won't give us any credit for going away from home to a tough place and coming away with a point. I mean, to be honest with you, I think most of us would have taken a point before the game. You know, Man United come here last week and got a draw, a different sort of draw. We've come here today and got a draw, and we deserved our draw today. You know, I thought we played well at times in that first half in particular, and the second half was all about digging in. That's what we had to do, and that's something that in the past I've maybe criticised us for, because I don't think we've done that enough in these type of games. But today we did. We dug in when we had to in that second half. We saw it through, and I'll take a point all day long. I think you're right, Mark. A point is a good result, and it keeps us top of the table. Actually. Now it's finished, we can play this. So we are still top of the league at Christmas. We'll be top at Christmas following a draw today. It's all we needed to stay top. We're 1 point clear of Aston Villa. We are still... we're 2 point. We're 1 point clear of Aston Villa and Liverpool are second now, aren't they, in goal difference? Mo Salah and El Neni there in conversation, and Klopp is there chatting to Declan Rice, probably saying, "I wish you'd come to Liverpool in the summer." Everyone wanted Declan Rice, didn't they? A good performance from David Raya in goal as well for Arsenal. I think it's important that we mention that because he coming for some stick, hasn't he? Lately, he was solid today in goal. Declan Rice, of course, brilliant again for Arsenal. He was my player of the match, although it was given to William Saliba in the end. But I thought Declan Rice was brilliant. These are sort of games that Declan Rice is here for, and that's what we brought him for, to enable us to get results in these type of games. And although it's the same result as last year in the fact it's a draw, it feels so much different, doesn't it? Last year, it was clear that we threw that game away in terms of the way that we were 2-0 up, and that led to us throwing away the league title as well. Today, it feels more like a solid away performance to get a result, to get a draw. Yes, we led again, but totally different game this time. And I'm really, really happy with that draw. I'm really happy with how we played. We did everything that we needed to do. We defended well when we needed to. We attacked really good in that first half. You know, we didn't have enough big moments in the second half. We certainly didn't deserve to win the game. But we deserved our draw. We deserve our point, and we'll take that all day long. Really important point it could prove to be. Rajendra says that was a game where both teams wanted to win. It was, but I think in the end, I thought the last 10 minutes, I think both teams seemed to be happy with a draw, and you can't blame them. And I think a draw suited both teams really, didn't it? to be honest with you. I'm sure Liverpool would have loved to have won, and had that effort gone in from Trent, they may well have won. But I think a draw is a fair result. I think it's an even game. You know, we're top of the table by 1 point. Well, look at that. Tottenham 36 points, Aston Villa 39, Liverpool 39, Arsenal 40, Man City have a game in hand on 34, so they could potentially be on 37. That could be 3 points separating the top 4 teams. I mean, incredible. This title race is exciting, isn't it? And we're doing all we can do. We've got a game Thursday against West Ham. By then, we may not be top because we're playing later on. Other teams are playing Boxing Day on Wednesday. So, yeah, let's just keep going because, you know, that was a very, very good Arsenal performance. Regenda says both teams worked very hard. Yeah, absolutely, they did. It was a good game. 2 good teams. And in the end, I think both teams will be reasonably happy with a draw from that, I'm sure. Mark says, I still feel a little more guile. We could have come away with a win. Yes, we could have done, but equally we could have come away with a loss as well, couldn't we? I think a draw is a fair result. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna say anything else about that. I think a draw is a fair result. And yes, we could have got a win potentially that first half. But in the second half, we could have lost. So I'll take a draw. Happy with that. Regenda says Egyptians talking about the African Cup. Yeah, probably. Yeah, well, they'll be there soon, won't they? The pair of them two. Mark C says when Terence Trent D'Arby, I keep calling him, Trent Alexander-Arnold hit the bar, I thought this might be a lucky day. Yeah, that was a big miss for them, wasn't it? A big chance for them as well. And we've got a new member. Well, he's not really a new member. Shane, you are a new member to the channel, but you've been with us all the way through. Good to see you. Thank you for becoming a member. If you want to become a member, there's a button down below. You can just click on that and you can join our little community here, which is very good. And we all enjoy ourselves. Regenda says Luton beat Newcastle. They did indeed, yeah. I mean, Newcastle are struggling at the minute, aren't they, with injuries and whatnot. And yeah, Luton beat them. Some strange results today, wasn't there? Because Fulham lost at home to Burnley. They scored 10 goals in the last 2 home games, Fulham, and they lost 2-0 at home to Burnley today. Who would have thought that? Of course, Forest with their new manager. Lost 3-2 at home to Bournemouth. Solanke's got a hat-trick. Now, there is rumours, that Arsenal might be interested in Dominic Solanke. And he's got himself a hat-trick today. He's one of the leading goal scorers in the Premier League this season. I wonder what we'd make of that if we was to get him. We are lacking a centre-forward, I think. So we'll see what that's going to bring us over the January window, but Dominic Solanke with a hat-trick for Bournemouth today. Incredible. Of course, West Ham beat Man United as well in the earlier game, and Tottenham hang on to beat Everton 2-1, which puts them back in the top 4 for the time being. Of course, Man City do have that game in hand because they won some little trophy that no one's interested in last night. Terry says, we need a good January transfer window. If we're serious about winning the Prem, I still think we're well short of winning anything. I think the squad lacks the depth when it's going to really matter in March and April time. But I think January is important because we're top of the league at this moment in time. We were last year, and that's the time when you've got to build on that. You've got to really build on that, haven't you? Anika says, who's your man in the match? For me, 100% Declan Rice. I thought he was brilliant. They gave it to William Saliba, actually, but I think Declan Rice was brilliant today, as always. But, yeah, I thought he was the best player on the pitch. Mark says he's gone Rice as well, yeah. I mean, I think he was brilliant. Again, you know, the job he does there in front of that defence, he sits in there, doesn't he? When we're under pressure and he just does everything that he needs to do. He'll win the ball. He plays it off. He can bring the ball forward. He's got great passing range. He's a complete player, isn't he? And yes, I didn't think 105 million for a technically defensive-minded midfield player. I thought that was a lot of money to pay, too much money to pay for him when we bought him. I did. If you're going to spend 105 million for me, I thought get 105 million on a centre forward, a 25-goal striker. But I have to say now, I'll hold my hands up. I was wrong. Declan Rice is a steal at 105 million. The guy's incredible. He's a brilliant football player. And, yeah, I'm so pleased that we got him. so pleased that we got him. And Nathan says, I think it showed when Liverpool brought on Núñez, Gravenberch, etc. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've got more quality on the bench than we have. We had to bring on Eddie Nketiah. I mean, Trossard's a decent player, came on, did well, I thought, when he came on. But who else was there on the bench to come on and win a game? You see, that's the difference, isn't it? You know, I'm not saying Man City are going to come to Anfield and win. They might do. But Liverpool have got players on the bench. Man City have got players on the bench. If it's 1-1 with 10, 15 minutes to go, they've got a match winner on the bench who can come on. Man City have got more than one. They've got 2 or 3. We don't, do we? Eddie Nketiah had to come on today. And yes, he may well have scored a goal and won us the game. He didn't, but he could have done. But it's not like you'd look on Eddie Nketiah and say, he's your match winner. No, you don't. You look at Liverpool bench and say they didn't have too many match winners on there today, did they? Really, let's be honest. They've got a few injuries at the minute. But obviously, they had Darwin Núñez, and he's better than anybody we had on our bench today. No disrespect to Trossard, he's a great player. Mark C says, was it just me or did a few of our players seem to be slipping, sliding and tripping over themselves? Yeah, they did, yeah. I don't know whether Liverpool had watered the pitch extra heavily to make it more difficult for us. Potentially, they might have done the sort of games that they play. But yeah, potentially they were slipping over, yeah. And I think maybe that was something to do with the pitch. Terry says, Raya had his best game for us. He did, yeah. Raya was brilliant, actually. And all those people that say, oh, we want Ramsdale in goal. I'm sorry. Raya's a better goalkeeper than Aaron Ramsdale. And he showed it today. He was very, very good. And yeah, faultless, I would say. I don't think he made a mistake tonight, did he? He's had his critics, obviously, but he's done well tonight in a big game away from home. And that's the judge of a good goalkeeper for me. I think. Vijandra says, well, it is worth it as he's also playing a game. Yeah, he's fit. That's a good point, yeah. But he's just been brilliant, hasn't he, Declan Rice? Terry says, Saka, Defo, tripping, dyeing his hair that colour. Yeah, well, maybe he was, yeah. Neil says, yeah, thank goodness for Saliba, Gabby and Rice. Yeah, I mean, those 3 were great today, yeah, they were. I mean, I thought Rice was the best player on the pitch today. He's been the best player in the Premier League this season for me. But anyway, Neil says, take a point all day long after. Absolutely, mate. Yeah. I think a point, I think both teams would be happy with that point. You know, I'm sure that both managers will say they felt they couldn't and should have won that game. But I think you could see maybe last 10 minutes of that game, I think both teams were pretty happy with a draw. And yeah, I think a draw is a good result for us away from home. And I think Liverpool will be happy with a draw as well, really. They're going behind and it keeps them just that point behind us. So, you know, yeah, I think everyone's happy with that result today, aren't they, really? I'm certainly delighted with the way that we played for most of it. Terry said, Neil's in the house. Indeed he is. And Neil says, Zini cannot defend. No, he can't. And we had this discussion at half-time. You know, that I said before the game, that the weakness, the concern, for me, was Mo Salah against Zinchenko down that side of the pitch. That was my worry before the game, and that was what cost us that goal. I mean, yes, ultimately Liverpool deserved a draw, but had it not been for that mistake, maybe we would have won. Maybe we could have come over 1-0. Who knows? But anyway, Neil says there, and after the first 20 minutes, Martinelli was below average. If our forwards were firing up, we would have won. I don't know. I thought Martinelli worked hard. Don't forget, he was having to do a lot of work to cover for Zinchenko defensively as well, wasn't he? And I think he ran out of steam a little bit. But yeah, we didn't, in that second half, we didn't create hardly anything, did we, really? You know, Liverpool had a good spell at the start of the second half, which again at half-time I said we'd have to be strong for 15 minutes because they were coming flying at us, and they did. And they had that big chance, didn't they? That ridiculous counter-attack, a 5-on-1 counter-attack. How they never scored, I don't know. But yeah, I thought overall we didn't do enough in that second half to win the game. Definitely not. We didn't create hardly anything. We had a little spell of possession towards the end, but I think at that point, you know, we didn't really create too many chances. We were reluctant to take too many risks. You felt Liverpool were quite happy not to take too many risks either. And yeah, I think it just fizzled out into a bit of a draw at the end. It was a good game, but I think both teams looked satisfied. And I think fair enough. I think it was. Evgeny says there, what is positive is we've got players coming back. Yes, we have, but also as well, we are still a little bit short of match winners on the bench for me. You know, even with everybody fit, bearing in mind Thomas Partey, if he's fit, is going to be away at the African Cup of Nations anyway. Tomiyasu at the Asia Cup. So we can't really count them until February anyway. And I do think we need to strengthen. We need match winners on the bench that we can come on. We need a centre forward, a proper centre forward. Mark C says there, Zinchenko gives my blood pressure real. Yeah, I mean, every time the other team attack down that side of the pitch, you do panic because you know that he's not the best defender. He isn't. And I don't know, I don't know whether you was in the first half or at half time we were talking about it. And what I said was that, we had Kieran Tierney, who's a very good defensive left back. And he can get forward as a winger, if you like, as well, and put good crosses into the box and stuff like that. But he couldn't play that inverted role. So when we had possession, he wasn't able to drop into midfield and feel comfortable there in the way Zinchenko is. So he had half of that position Kieran Tierney was really good at. The defensive side of the game as a fullback and also been able to get forward on that side of the pitch. Now Zinchenko is great when we're in possession. He drops into midfield on the ball. He's brilliant at that job, right? But the other half of the job, which is the defensive side of being a left back, he's terrible at. So the ideal player is a player that's a little bit of Kieran Tierney, a little bit of Zinchenko. But we had both of them two players, and Mikel Arteta decided that Kieran Tierney's better defensive play wasn't worth keeping, and got rid of him, sent him out on loan, and playing Zinchenko because he's better on the ball in midfield. Without thinking, when we don't have the ball, what it means is we're taking a little bit away from Martinelli, who's got to drop in and help out. Gabriel's got to come across there as well, leaving gaps elsewhere that get exploited. Today, the gap there got exploited for the goal that Liverpool scored. So I can't get my head around that. For me, and I've said this before, what you need to do is, with the players that you've got to look at which system, with Zinchenko playing in the team, which system is going to work best for the team as a whole, defensively as well as an attacking team. And you have to say that would be probably playing Zinchenko in midfield and playing a defender at left back. Or you change your system. So you don't have an inverted. If Zinchenko's playing, you can have an inverted left back in midfield, and then you have to drop somebody else to cover, right? Which we don't do that enough. Or you think, right, we'll get a defensive left back in there, a Kieran Tierney, and don't play that system. Change it so that you don't have to play that system when you've got someone else there. A game like today away at Liverpool, you've got to be strong defensively. You have to be. And had we been stronger in that particular area there, we may have nicked this game 1-0. We may have done, and who knows. But anyway, we didn't, and it is an issue, and it's not going to get changed because this is what Arteta wants, and that's fine. So we'll see. Neil says there, yeah, true about Martinelli, but he normally can cut into the box. He was just losing that far too much. Yeah, maybe, yeah, but I think he played all right. I thought he had a decent game. Terry says, I thought what was a good save by Odegaard. Yeah, it was a good save, yeah, with the handball. We got away with that one as well, didn't we? James says, but Tierney is usually injured. It's not very good. Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of injuries, and I think towards the end, because he's not playing enough, when he plays, he's getting muscle injuries because he's not used to playing at that intense level because he's not playing games. But he did get injured before that, I agree. But we just need to get a better defensive left back then, don't we? Mark C says 2 or 3 players in Jan can push on and win the title, no doubt in my mind. Yeah, I agree. If we get 2 or 3 players in, I want to see a goal scorer. I want to see a player on the bench who can come on and change a game, a real game changer. Not necessarily on the bench, a player that we've got in the squad that's a game changer, whether they're coming on the bench or starting, either way. So then one of the players now, if you've got, say, if we've got a player like, I don't know, say, let's say, for example, Ivan Toney, not that we're going to buy him. You've got Ivan Toney, and what you can do is you can start Ivan Toney, and then Jesus is on the bench. He's a game changer on the bench, isn't he? Or you're starting Jesus, and then you've got Ivan Toney on the bench. He's a game changer on the bench, isn't he? So that's what I mean. A player that we can come in that's a game changer in this squad that we don't have. That's what I want to see. Regenda says that is a problem with Partey, who before Arsenal was like Rice. Yeah, and obviously Partey now is going to be at the African Cup of Nations if he's fit, so we need to forget about him for the time. I'd sell him, actually. Terry says, if you look at the stats, Zinchenko is injured more than KT. I'm not sure about that. He's had a few injuries. Yeah, I agree. Regenda says, also when playing, Partey is majestic. He is. But again, if you're going to criticise Kieran Tierney for being injured, unfortunately, Partey is injured more. Has been injured more, hasn't he? Mark C says, the better teams know how to get around Zinchenko. Exactly, yeah. I mean, Liverpool exploited that today, didn't they? And it was obvious they were going to. Neil says, yeah, just listening to the post-match analysis. If I'm not back in time, take care all. Have a lovely Christmas. Speak soon. Much love. And yourself, my friend. I'm sure, I don't know. I mean, I've not really watched it anymore. I'm not really interested. I'll listen to some feedback later. Terry says, Merry Christmas, Neil. Regina says, even though on loan he's injured. Yeah, he is. And I say, the problem with a player is when you're injured and you don't play regular, then when you do start playing regular, you're likely to get injured again. And it is a problem he's got. Nathan says, thanks for the commentary. Have a lovely Christmas. And yourself, my friend. Take it easy, Nathan. Have a good Christmas. We'll catch up in the new year, I'm sure, well after Christmas in the new year and stuff like that. Good to see you again. Shane says, we need a fox in the box and a get me out of jail card. But exactly, mate. Exactly, yeah. I worry our squad is too playing every 3 days from February. Yeah, too thin. I agree. Absolutely, it is. It's not so much too thin. I just think that the quality on the bench is not enough. Like you said, when we get to February and March and April, when we've got Champions League, hopefully FA Cup potentially, and obviously the Premier League challenging for the title, that's when you need players on the bench. You can rotate your team a bit more. You've got players on the bench. You've got someone like Saka on the bench in some games that you can bring on who can change a game. Martinelli, players who could, and that's what we need to do. And I agree. And January is going to be big for that, isn't it? It's going to be big for that. But let's see what happens. Terry says, happy Christmas to Nathan. Indeed. Mark C says, top of the table. Indeed we are. I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to get Indeed, we are top of the league. Of course, we are top of the league at Christmas, as we were last year. So let's not get too excited. I always say that being top of the league any time before March is nice, but it doesn't mean anything. Being top of the table in March and April and then in May, that's when you get excited, and that's when it really matters, isn't it? And last season, we couldn't quite do enough to hold off the challenge of Man City. This year, it looks like the challenge is coming from Liverpool. It looks like it's coming from Aston Villa. And it will inevitably come from City as well, won't it? Once they get their act together, as they tend to do in the second half of the season. But, we're almost at halfway, 18 games played. Of course, we reached the halfway point on Thursday when West Ham visit the Emirates. And, of course, we've got 40 points now, potential for 43 if we can win on Boxing Day. That's 86 points. That's an 86-point season if we repeated that in the second half of the season, which is another solid Premier League season. Is 86 points going to be enough to win the league? Who knows? And that's if we repeat our first half results in the second half of the season. That's got to be the aim. Last season, we got 50 points at the halfway point, and we only got, 30... 35, whatever it was in the second half. So, we need to keep this consistency now in the second half of the season. And if we can get ourselves 35 points even, that will be 78 points. That's not going to be enough to win the league, actually, is it? So we need to get 80 odd, don't we? 85 points is what we're probably going to need. There you go. Anyway, Mark C says, well, fellas, wishing you a Merry Christmas. Have a good one, Rich, and we'll all see you next week. Yes, my friend, have a good Christmas to all of you that's watching. It's our last show, obviously, before Christmas. I'm actually on I'm on Talk Radio, Talk TV tomorrow. I think it's 7:15 tomorrow evening to talk about this game. So if you are around and you want to jump on there, I'll put a link to it on the channel anyway. But yeah, I'll be doing that show live at about 7:15 tomorrow evening on Talk TV. Back on there for its first time for a while, but also haven't played on a Sunday. We haven't played on a Sunday today, but they're going through that game tomorrow. So yeah, join me for that if you can. But yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday for the Arsenal Women's Show review of the year, and then of course Thursday for the West Ham game. Our halfway game that'll be then, won't it? Cornish goes there, my friend. Good to see. He says the photo of Rice versus 4. 1 versus 4 against the whole Liverpool front line. He's doing the rounds already. What a game he had today. Yeah, he was brilliant. And I still don't know how they didn't score. How can you have it? Was it not a 5-on-1? It was ridiculous, wasn't it? Anyway, there you go. Rajendra says, have a good Christmas and New Year. Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll see you before New Year, my friend. But yeah, have a good Christmas, everybody. Yeah, have a great Christmas, everyone. I mean, we're top of the league. What more do you want for Christmas other than to be top of the league? I'm hoping that we're still top of the league in May when it matters. Who knows? We could be, and I think today I was, the 2 previous away games, Newcastle and Aston Villa, we'd lost. and we were short of something in those two games. You can blame whatever you want, but we were short in the Newcastle game. We just didn't play very well, and at Aston Villa we missed a few chances. And today I thought we went to Liverpool, a good Liverpool team as well. You know, they're up there at the top of the league, and we deserved our point today, and that's a sign of improvement. That is for me, and it gives us good feelings going into the second half of the season, where the pressure's really on, and we're going to have to see off a charge from Man City. We're going to have to see off this Liverpool team. If Aston Villa dropped some points last night unexpectedly. Had they won that game, it'd have been Villa top at Christmas. Wow, Unai Emery would have been top of the league at Christmas. Who would have thought that was? Would you have got on that? But it was not to be. They drew, we've drawn. It keeps it all interesting, though, doesn't it? There's nothing to choose between the top three teams. Just 1 point separating the top three teams. Incredible, really. And we're almost at the halfway point in the season. Wow, it's going to be incredible, isn't it? But yeah, I thought I was really, really impressed with that today. I thought we played well. And I said we're talking about that on Talk TV tomorrow evening at about 7:15. So join me for that. So Merry Christmas to everybody, wherever you are in the world, you know, watching the channel. All those that have supported the channel this year, all the members of the channel, all the new subscribers that we've had, everybody that's watched the channel at any point at all. It's been the channel, the growth in this channel this year has been incredible, really. I can't believe how well it's grown, and it's down to you guys tuning in every game, every show, being there with your comments and liking it and all that kind of stuff. And it's been fantastic to be involved in this, you know. I never actually thought I would ever do a YouTube channel, ever. A few people said to me in the past, "Oh, you should do one," but I never really ever thought I would ever do it. But I've really enjoyed it, and you know, you guys in the little community that we've got here is fantastic, and you know, I thank every single one of you for helping the channel grow, and look forward to more great stuff to come, and more great memories, and more great shows with you guys. Obviously, in the new year. Shane says, happy Christmas, everyone. Come on, you guys. Indeed, yeah. Happy Christmas to yourself, my friend, as well. Good to see you again. I know we've not seen you much. You may have been watching, but you've been quiet in the background. Good to see you again, and thanks for becoming a member as well. Connie Schooner says, thanks for all your videos this year, and have a great Christmas. And yourself, my friend, yeah. Enjoy the, you know, it's a nice time of year, I suppose, isn't it? I know it's a lot of hassle and it's stressful for a lot of people and stuff like that, but it's nice to be off work. It's nice to have some time to recharge your batteries and stuff like that as well, isn't it? It's nice to have a break and, you know, family time and all that sort of stuff. So whatever you're up to over the next couple of days, everybody have a great time. Hope Father Christmas is good to you. And if he's not good to you, then it's your own fault for being naughty this year, isn't it? Quite honestly. So, you know, you get what you deserve in life, don't you? But have a good one, everyone. And I will see you, of course, on Wednesday for the women's show, first of all. Terry says, Richard, Merry Christmas to you and Paula and all in the chat. Another great year from over again. And see you soon. Come on, you guys, and go. And yourself, mate. Good and Merry Christmas to all you as well, your family and everything. Say hello to your dad for me, and let him see if he can get his YouTube sorted out in the new year and come back in the chat again. That'd be good, wouldn't it? But no, I mean, it's been great. I mean, I'll be doing another part one on Christmas morning. Me and Paul are doing a part one on Christmas morning. So I'll put a video of that up as well on the other channel. We love our part ones. So we did one this morning, actually. I didn't feel that well, actually, earlier. And I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I'm sort of losing my voice now. But yeah, hopefully I'll be okay for Christmas and we can do a part one. Terry says, better to be naughty than nice. Well, it can be, but you don't get as many presents in there. That was what I was always told when I was a kid. And, you know, why would I doubt that? You know, why would your parents lie to you about any of that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, just do what you want to do, really, and enjoy yourself. That's what it's about, isn't it? Enjoy whatever Christmas means to you guys out there. Enjoy and do whatever you enjoy doing, and that's what it's about, isn't it? And I'm sure you all will. And I will see you on Wednesday, and we will look forward to looking back on the women's team for 2023. And of course, Thursday, the big game, the 19th game, halfway through the season. West Ham visiting the Emirates. West Ham are a good team. They're not. Certainly not going to be any pushovers, are they? I've got it promoted on the Watchalong. It's the Declan Derby on Thursday, isn't it? The Declan Derby, and I'm sure he's going to show West Ham. They know how good he is anyway. He hasn't have to prove anything to them, does he? but he'll certainly be, I'm sure he'll want to win that game for Arsenal, won't he? Whenever you're playing against your old team, you have that little bit extra in you, don't you, to want to get a result. So I'm sure he will. And that's going to be good. The Declan Derby on Thursday, and then, of course, the Fulham game as well. Plus, we'll have a review of the year, won't we? So, but yeah, thank you to everybody else, everybody out there for watching. If you haven't liked it, please give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. And I will see you next week. I say have a great Christmas. And just before we go, we have to just remind everybody of this little thing. We are top of the league. We didn't get the win today. We got the draw, but that was enough. Keeps us top for Christmas. Let's hope we can stay there until May. That would be great, wouldn't it? Wow, what a year 2024 would be. The 20th anniversary of the Invincibles, the 30th anniversary of the Cup Winners' Cup team from Copenhagen. Is it going to be? They say the Spurs have a song once. It's lucky when the year ends in 1. Well, for Arsenal, it's lucky when it ends in 4. It seems to be, doesn't it? You know, we've had some success in the year ending in 4 before, haven't we? So 94, 2004, 2014, of course, we won the FA Cup as well, didn't we? So it's destined, isn't it, that we're going to win something in 2024. Let's hope it is the Premier League. Herman says, hi there, how you doing, my friend? I managed to watch the second half. 1-1's a good result. It's a very good result, yeah. We're delighted with that, my friend. We're delighted with the performance. And Merry Christmas to you as well. Over there in Toronto, isn't it? You are. Terry says, Andreas, get well soon. Merry Christmas to you, and thanks for what you've given us. Yeah, I'm sure Andreas will be fine. He's a tough old cookie, and he'll bounce back, I'm sure. But yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you for watching the channel up until now, and hopefully I say you'll enjoy everything else that we do for you going forward. It finished Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. Good result. Gabriel headed us in front after 3 minutes. We were dreaming at that point of maybe a big victory at Anfield, but in the end, Liverpool came back. Mo Salah equalised before half-time. The second half, Liverpool at the bar with Alexander-Arnold, and they had the better of it, really. We were the better team in the first half. The draw was a fair result. And, yeah, we're going to end up Christmas top of the league. Terry says, Herman, good to see you. Take care, Merry Christmas. Yeah, indeed. So yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. It's finished 1-1. We're top of the league. It feels good. Come on, you Gunners. I will see you on Wednesday. Take it easy. Have a great Christmas, everyone. Take care. Be safe. And we'll see you soon.